spoken, and I'm so glad he agreed to join us again, ladies and gentlemen.
Amen.
The War Master, Josh Barnett.
No, porra.
What's up?
Well, hello.
Look, it's the War Master.
I see that Hanach is here to declare that the penis is evil.
Yeah, yes, but the penis, the gun is good. The penis, not so much.
No,
you know,
no.
You know what? I feel, Josh Barnett, that Zardoz is probably the opposite, the opposite message from our movie, which is Brokeback Mountain. You understand?
Well, the penis and the gun were basically just interchangeable in that case. You know, nothing but hot lead dispensed all over the place.
Oh, caralho! You know, hot lead, porra. You're already doing your pillow chalk.
By the way, that's a great name for a band, Hot Lead.
I'm surprised. There has to be. There has to be.
It's got to be just nothing but tons of hairspray, spandex, unnecessary bandanas tied up in all kinds of places, and at least one person has to wear a onesie.
Nice.
Yeah. Speaking of which, Josh Barnett was encumbered with some other stuff.
I heard that Karyn Bryant was done raising the stakes tonight for the vampires.
Yeah.
Please, Hayes. I'm trying to haze cane, sugar cane.
Haze cane.
Let me to see the back of that one. I want to make sure. I want to buy that one. I'm not sure.
No.
If I want to buy it yet.
No, I can't. I don't.
Tell me where that one is made.
Could you pull that one off?
I could in the height circumstance.
It's got like on the hip bones, and it's got like a little. It's
connected to the.
Yeah, I was just about to say. The hip bones is connected to Uncle Hanachi bone. It's like an old Mother Hubbard. Okay, you gave. What's that thing about
the farmer and bingo? Yeah.
Well, I remember old Mother Hubbard. What was the thing? Old Mother Hubbard went to the cupboard to get her poor dog a bone, but when she bent over, Hoover drove her. He had a bone of his own. Oh God,
I don't think.
You know what though, Hassan? The only thing that could match up with such ingenious rhymes is when the boys go Russian. Mr. Hyde starts crushing. The crowd is rushing as the blood comes gushing.
Well, I'll tell you. I mean, are we already going to the Golden Goose, or we said that for the main?
It's just a little. It's just a tip. Just a tip.
Okay. Well, okay. We won't address that yet. But yes, I appreciate that you came. You know, I could have. There's a couple of wigs I could have thrown on. There's a couple of stuff, the vampire fangs or whatever. But you know what? I chose to put out Zardoz because, in a way, this movie is so arresting. It's more dramatic than even to have that sometimes. So if you don't know Zardoz, you're not gonna give a shit. But if you know Zardoz, you're gonna.
What is? I don't know what Zardoz is, Renato.
It's a lot of cocaine, British people, and a gigantic floating head.
It's maybe the weirdest studio movie ever made. It's
arguable, yeah.
It's the one movie that Sean Connery did that people is like, excuse me, like what the fuck? Yeah, have you ever seen pictures of Sean Connery floating around the internet where he's got a long ponytail, he's got a bare chest with a bandoliers, he's got a 6-shooter, and he's wearing Hick James boots.
Yes.
Oh my God. No.
And he have a hairy chest. Okay,
it's a post-apocalyptic film, and everybody has like British service weapons from World War II. You're like, where did he get that?
It's the most bonkers fucking movie
it sounds
you've ever
very
seen
Barbarella-ish. Like
there's a lot of
yeah. Barbarella make you feel good when you watch that one. Mm-hmm. This one make you feel depressed and anxious.
Yes,
you know,
it makes you feel as if that there's something wrong with your pituitary gland.
Yeah, you feel like you're having an existential crisis when you watch this one. I remember watching this as a child, The only reason I watched this was because, like, I think my mom brought me over to some dude's house or something, and like they go off in wherever, and then I'm there. It's like, hey, watch TV. But in the old days, now you got cable, you can choose what the fuck you want to watch.
Yeah.
So at that time, it's like 3 channel, whatever. It's either like the news, some old fucking like black and white film, which I like now, but I at that time the Three Stooges was the only thing I like in black and white. And then you got like something like Zardoz. And you sit there, you're like, 7, 8 years old, and you're like, well, I guess Zardoz it is, and you sit there and you watch this fucking shit. It's like you're having an acid trip. And because it's, how can I explain?
I gotta Google this. I've never heard of it.
It's bizarre and like an acid trip, but boring at the same time. If you can imagine, it's like a slog. And it make you feel lonely.
Oh, okay. Wait. Yeah. Here you. Oh, what the actual heck am I looking at here?
And you have no idea. Yeah.
No, you're not prepared.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And it is fucking out there, even as an adult.
What is that?
Now, I'll tell you.
What is he actually wearing?
That's what the Warriors wear, or whatever the person he was.
It's Borat on
the Barbarian or Barber, whatever.
But
I'll tell you this.
Barbarella, yeah.
Well, I'll tell you this. It's really influenced by Hick James, and at the time, Hick James was very influential. After he used to be in
her outfit. Yeah.
Oh God, are you? Oh yeah, I'd have that chick from Angel Heart. Yeah. What's her name? Charlotte Hampling.
Hampling, yes, and lots of muslin and see-through cloths and such, but no boners whatsoever.
And it's the director is exact, and there's the director is John Boorman. It's some fucking out there fucking shit. It's like having a.
Were they all like
cerebral
when they were making it?
I think Boorman had done Point Blank with Lee Marvin. Brilliant film, amazing,
right? And crowd pleasing. It's not too weird,
Yeah, no, it is very intense though.
But fun. It's a genre. It's a genre picture.
Yes, and I don't recall what his next film was after that. But Zardoz is like 77, maybe.
I don't remember. Maybe even earlier.
Because he does
than that.
Excalibur after that, I think.
Oh, Excalibur is good.
That is good.
Excalibur is the shit.
Excalibur. When you watch that now, oh God, are you?
Zardoz was 1974.
Yeah, that's pre-Excalibur. I guess after that, they're like, I don't know what your problem is, John, but if you cut us in on the drugs that allowed you to make this movie, we'll give you another one.
That's probably why they didn't let him do a movie as weird again. They were like, okay, we let you have all total control, and you did this. Like, chill the fuck out. You know what I mean? Like, we did
do the Emerald Forest after that.
Oh yeah,
like 80
with the Powers Booth,
something like that.
Powers Booth.
Oh, our favorite Hatch from Extreme Prejudice.
Oh,
of course.
Oh, Extreme Prejudice. What a film.
I
told you the story about Extreme Prejudice. I liked that movie so much in the theater. I was watching with my father, and my father was famous for this. He would go to the movie and fall the fuck asleep. He used it as a time to just conk out. Some Chinese. And because this guy keep weird hours, and then so he would fall asleep, and then I liked the fucking movie so much. He was still asleep when the credits start rolling at the end. That I was like, okay, I gotta keep quiet. I sat there. I wanted to watch again. This fucking guy is like this, and I'm like, oh God, are you? And then I'm like, please don't let him wake up. And then there's a part where like somebody deliver a bunny to like a live bunny habit that they hit with explosives. And in the theater, the fucking boom, the explosion was so fucking loud. He went like this. He went, oh, hey, what the? You know what I mean? He was like, say, Jim, what the? What?
Right.
Yeah. My father, he spent a lot of time in like he was in the Marines. He was in also state facility, correctional facilities and stuff like that. So he
and the karate dojo and
that too. And when you wake him up, he tends to like say Jim. You know what I mean? Like say bro. You know what I mean? So like you gotta watch out. Like I remember like trying to wake my dad. Hey dad, brother, and he go like this. He got like this is my arm, like telling him, and he go like, hey, okay, big time. Oh, okay, big time. Yeah.
What I feel like this maybe is a generational thing because my dad, we used to have to go and wake him up, and it's like you just like keep distance, just kind of just touch him or. Do it from a distance. Say something from a distance because he'll get up like what?
Yeah, it's like waking up a bear. Because it was hard Scrabble chimes then. They had to fight for food and shelter and whatever the fuck is going on.
It was Zardoz was a documentary.
Hey, Josh, do you remember back then when you were a kid then? So do you remember like in terms of horror movies and stuff like the first one that you watched that you either were like, okay, I'm too young to be watching this, but I'm going to watch it anyway, or the first one that scared the crap out of you? Because for me, it was probably like Alien or whatever, where you're like, I wanted to see this, and now I don't know why I wanted to see this.
I took Shayna Baszler and Jessamine Duke with me to watch a cut of Alien. It was a double feature at the New Bev. It was Alien, and it was this extended cut, which I had never seen, which had a bunch of deleted scenes in it that
cool.
I understood why they cut them. Like you didn't lose anything in the movie, but as the nerd that I am, I liked having them there. Like I appreciated it even more. And then the double feature, the second part was that documentary on Jodorowsky's Dune. But anyway, so we're watching.
Yeah.
Jessamine Duke had never seen original Alien.
What?
And I don't think Shayna had seen it for forever. And I remember watching them just on the edge of their seats, just like fucking scared shitless. At one point, I creeped around and touched Jessamine's shoulder out of nowhere in this really tense scene, which could be practically the whole fucking movie.
Right.
Anytime Yaphet Kotto speaks, that's the intense scene because you know he's going to fucking kill you. Or say some
I love Yaphet Kotto.
Me too. But I touched her shoulder. She went literally stiff as a board and just went shit. her Kentucky accent in the middle of that was great. But that movie, not only is it an incredible feat of direction and writing, like that is a perfect film. The special effects and the tension, the lighting is so incredible that it will stand up today against anything, any CGI.
You know why I think that? I've tried to think about this a lot because the way that those fucking movies affected me and still affect me is different than something with the CGI. And I think it's this. It's a thing that exists in the same space as the actor.
Yes.
So you can't, somehow your mind knows the difference. Yes. I was watching, you know what I was, speaking of scary shit, I was watching, you remember The Hitcher?
Oh, yes, with Rutger Hauer. That movie's gnarly as shit.
It's so good. Yeah. I haven't seen that since maybe back when I was a kid when it first came out. I watched it just on a whim.
I'm going to hold this back to bring, I don't want to spoil this scene for anyone because we've got all these Zoomer shits and millennials that have never seen anything.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of surprises in that one.
Yeah, no, you guys, all you young folks, you really do need to watch this. If you like horror films, try to do it without being on your phone and running your Facebook and doing everything all at the same time. You multitaskers. But there's there's that scene. We're not even to the end of the movie yet, and all of a sudden, with the truck stop, you're like, they just did that, didn't they? We're moving the movie that way. By the way, you know what? F you, basically. Like, you're going to eat this
Let me tell you. That movie, I was so impressed because we took that shit for granted back then. Mm-hmm. Back then, when you saw a car chase or you saw a guy fall off a building in a fucking Burt Reynolds movie or whatever it is.
You're talking about Stick, aren't you?
Stick. But when they did it, the thrill was, this is someone, he might not be the actor, but a person is doing this shit. And there's a thrill about that you just don't get in a Fast and Furious when you know it's all just graphics.
there was also a thrill when the body, like the human, in the scene starts falling, and then the cut comes, and you just see the floppy dummy.
yeah, because you pick out all that shit. True,
but it's just like wiggling around.
But even so, you feel. It's thrilling, and you feel that right. You in your gut, you feel, and that's the thing.
You need your movies to be as real as the favela.
I need that because I've experienced that.
But
what was I gonna say? I think we took for granted that stuff back then. So when I watch that now, I was imagining all the shit that was going through these car flips and shit that's going on in this movie. I'm like, God, this is fucking crazy. This is insane,
Yeah. There's a horror film, Maniac Cop 2, and there is a car chase scene, or it's not a chase scene, but there's a car gag scene. And you look at this thing and you go, did they just need their SAG card that bad? They were gonna do this stunt?
Because the answer is yes.
This car is flying down a hill, and there's a gal like handcuffed to the open door, and it's just like everything's all over the place. I'm just going, is she steering it with one hand while she's being drugged, handcuffed to a door? It's just you just watch it and go like, okay, well, you don't really get to fake that. It's just not happening.
You can't. Yeah.
Also, Robert Davi comes into the series.
Oh my goodness gracious!
I got to meet Robert Davi when I worked on
Robert Davi
movies, and we had Robert Davi come on. I forget what movie it was for, but he always played the bad guy.
Oh yeah,
and all these things.
Well, because of that face, the pock marks and stuff.
Exactly. And it was on TBS, and it was me and George Gray, and it was like we used to come in between movies. We'd show these, cheesy like action movies and stuff, and then whatever we do things, a lot sort of thematically involved.
Was it Action Jackson?
You step up with explosive people, hang out with stunt people, do all kinds. I met the real Frank Dukes from Bloodsport, all that kind of stuff.
Don't get us started on that fucking guy.
No.
Yeah, that was kind of crazy, but we did that whole thing, and it was just like, oh my God! Like we have that in a Robert Davi is like, he's what you want him to be, and he's got, I bless his heart, it was a bad rug, and it was like the whole thing, but he was so cool, and
that's Robert Davi for you
playing those roles.
I met Keith David once, and I needed to get a chance to talk to him about all the cool roles he's done.
Totally.
That dude,
what a sick voice, and also. Wouldn't it be? I'd love to hang out with like Brian Thompson from.
He might my neighbor, John.
Wait, he might meet Brian Thompson.
What? Yeah, he gets killed with Bill Paxton in the beginning of the Terminator. He also plays the main villain in Cobra. Pig.
Oh, him. Yeah.
Yes.
And also Requiem for a Dream. He's creepy as hell. So.
Oh, I bet he is.
Wait, wasn't he?
In Requiem.
Wasn't he a ballet, a professional?
Jennifer Connelly's really strung out, and she wants some heroin.
Oh! I thought we were talking about Brian Chomps.
Oh no!
You're talking about Keith David.
Sorry.
Yeah. Well, I know the fuck Keith David is, but Brian Thompson, I never
Brian
heard.
Thompson. Yeah, he.
But when you said Cobra, call him Cobra.
Yeah, he's the main bad guy in Cobra. He also plays a bad guy in the Cynthia Rothrock movie. He's supposed to be her brother, but he can't do any actual martial arts. It's pretty bad.
Yeah, he was a ballet dancer, no?
He's something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. But I'll tell you what, in Brazil, we call that movie Correbrinha.
Correbrinha. I know Correbrinha. This place is right up the street from my house.
And that's why he's named after that, because he would look like a little Sylvester Stallone. You know what I mean? And that's why he got the nickname, the Correbrinha.
He also keeps all of his gun cleaning supplies in the refrigerator.
Well, of course. And he also snip his pizza slice with the scissors. What the fuck is he thinking? Josh Barnett, do you realize that movie? I don't know if we talked about this before, but
it's a good movie, by the way, for an 80s action flick.
It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. Yeah,
I thought that the antagonists are actually really decently constructed.
Yeah, with the hammers and whatnot. But let me tell you something. Originally, I don't know if you guys know. You have to know this, but Beverly Hills Cop. The original cast of that was fucking Sylvester Stallone. Okay, it was gonna be a yeah. Okay, so here's the deal. It was all set to go. It was in motion, and this fucking guy kept on trying to add stuff, and he had the script. Okay, and then he wanted it to. He started getting rid of any comedic elements in there, and started making it like I'm the coolest guy in the world. And then the reason why he wanted to be called, that's where the Axel shit. He wanted to be called Axel Foley, and then because it's Detroit or whatever, he wanted to be called the Motor City Cobra, which is that's
Hearns, Tommy Hearns.
Yeah, Hearns, Tommy Hearns. That was before he was the Hitman. So this fucking guy is making all this fucking bullshit. He's gonna do this. He's gonna have this cool car. He's gonna have this. He's gonna have the matches and this and that and all this horse shit. And he started turning it into dog shit. Okay. And then so finally the whoever, Universal, Paramount, whatever, was like, listen, fuck this, and they had to cut ties with him. Okay. And then against the fucking best wishes of the studio, Martin Brest was fighting for Eddie Murphy, and they was like, no fucking way. And based on the strength of 48 Hour. So finally they was under the gun, whatever. They said, okay, fuck it, Eddie Murphy. And then the rest is history. But all the shit that was all the ideas they didn't like of his about that was gonna go into Beverly Hills Cop, he turned into Cohibrinia. So basically,
he made that movie Cobra instead.
Cohibrinia is his like this is my driving Miss Daisy.
Isn't Cobra where he drives that black like Plymouth, the sled?
Exactly. Mercury, the Plymouth, chop top Mercury.
Yeah, and it have the cheesiest. It have the cheesiest line on history where the guy's gonna blow up the supermarket, and he goes, "I'll blow this fucking place up," and he goes, "Go ahead, I don't shop here." He goes, "Go ahead, I don't shop here."
And of course, he doesn't actually have a holster for his pistol. He just keeps it in his pants.
So he can shoot his fucking dick off. Yeah, it don't make any sense. And Brigitte, and he threw his wife at the Chinese, Brigitte Nielsen or whatever.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so listen, Josh, since this is the Halloween episode, now I gotta ask you, I guess maybe, first and foremost.
To answer that question that you asked me.
We didn't even fuck.
And I like how we got like, Extreme Prejudice, was it Walter Hill?
I think so.
So did we just come full circle with 48 Hours, Walter Hill?
Yeah,
there we go. And I was just telling my lady about how she needs to watch The Warriors with me because Walter Hill, great film. Also, and I go, you'll dig it because guess what else Walter Hill directed? And she's like, what? And I go, that movie we love, Streets of Fire.
Oh, nice.
That is one of the most unique.
Can you dig it though? Can you?
Can you dig it? Yeah.
I was an AC Turnbull in another life.
Oh, you definitely. There's no question that's what team you would be on. Yeah.
Oh my God. The baseball team, to be honest.
No, you would have been in the Lizzies. You would have been on the. You would have been the lesbian gang. Who tried to jap you when you're not looking.
Oh right, yeah, we're at the party and everything's cool, but
you pretend you wanna do intercourse and then you put
pull knives and switchblades and blackjacks and all that stuff.
Blackjack. I remember when I was young, my mom used to keep a fucking blackjack in the glove compartment, and I remember like that's so old school. I was like, Mom, you really gonna like? I remember there was a thing about a parking spot. And there was like a grown man who was a big grown man. I'm a kid. And then the guy started coming over to talk some shit. And my mom opened it as if she had a gun. She fucking got the blackjack. And I thought to myself, either my mom is a baddest bitch on earth or she is delusional. And luckily it didn't get to it. But now I can respect. I'm like, she had that fucking, she pulled out the blackjack for her.
But could you imagine, like, it's small enough. She doesn't see it. She gets out the car. Hey, what's your problem? Bip. And he's just
and then just beat him to death in front of me.
The horror movies that I wasn't supposed to watch.
Yeah.
That was almost all of them. except I really did love stuff like Them and Bug and all these like
any of that type of Nature Against Man or whatever.
Yeah, and This Island Earth and Night of the Lepus. But
I've never seen that.
Gargoyles.
With you bringing it full circle. That's the star of fucking Dr. Black and Mr. Hyde and Bernie Casey.
Yes, but my favorite horror films. My favorite horror films as a kid were Friday the 13th, and as soon as I saw Jason,
it's hard to
beat. With the mask, I was hooked. But as a kid, it didn't make any sense to me. So I'd see part 1, super pissed, no Jason. I'm like, fuck this movie. It's the worst movie I've ever seen. But it is actually quite good. I felt I was ripped off. Part 2, with the bag on the head, I didn't like it. But now, actually, it's a much better movie as I look back on it. Also, I love how they tie in the end of 2 right into 3, and then it kicks in that and that fucking disco shit. Yeah,
fucking music.
It hits.
That is the hottest fucking fire. It's like, I've been doing a deep dive. You know that podcast I told you I turned you on to the archives, video archives. The Tarantino and Roger Avery have a podcast. About the movies. Oh, you didn't fuck with that? It's about the movies that Tarantino and Roger Avery when they worked at the video store. They have a podcast where they go through their favorite movies. Yeah, anyway. I shared it with you, probably too busy to remember that one. But the last couple episodes, they have Eli Roth on there, and they just going through all the Italian giallo movies.
I'm gonna watch this for sure.
And the American giallo, So, but to me, it have almost like a giallo sound, like as if it's like a funky Italian disco soundtrack, like that. It's anybody who's listening right now, go to YouTube later afterwards and look up intro to Friday the 13th Part 3, and you're not gonna be disappointed.
I haven't watched those in so long, but I remember those being like so scary. Like that was like the definition of
when you're a kid.
1 through 4. 1 through 4 are actually scary. 5 sucks. I don't care. Any revisionist tries.
Which one is that one? What?
That's the one where it's not even actually Jason, and somebody like imitates him.
No.
It's garbage. In 6, they bring him back to life, and then you've got like metal soundtracks with Alice Cooper doing the theme song and all this.
Which number Which number is Jason Check Manhattan?
8.
That one is where they check liberties with that one, Carter.
Yes, they do.
Takes Manhattan.
They check fucking liberties.
I knew exactly which Jason it was. 7.
No, I like that.
Fun. 7's got this kill where he grabs a girl in a sleeping bag and zips it up and then whips her up against a tree. And I'm just like, in the theater, I'm like, there's no blood in that. And I just like, oh.
Because you imagine what the fuck is happening to her.
Just wrapping someone, a human body in a sleeping bag by some 7-foot-tall zombie maniac so hard that it just swat and whips around that tree. And then that's done.
That's all she hoped.
Just jelly.
Back in the day, seeing movies like that in the theater was so fucking fun. Especially if you went to like a ghetto theater or like something that's like Chinese Square or something like that,
where like to the screen.
People is smoking weed in the theater, people is drinking alcohol, and they're like, oh shit, you know what I mean? Like, oh god,
you might basically catch like Neon Maniacs there, or you might catch the Executioner, the which is a Death Wish ripoff, kind of. Except
I remember the Executioner. Have the same guy from White Lightning or no White?
Yes,
White.
Yes.
White.
Yeah.
White Fire. White Fire. Sorry, we're digging into the fucking weeds right now. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And let me tell you something. It's not on you, Karyn Bryant. You shouldn't know what the fuck this stuff is.
Oh god. There's a scene in White Fire where so they're all trying to top Scarface, right, with the chainsaws. Okay. Well, Whitefire also has a chainsaw duel, which is pretty dope.
And it has some futuristic shit. No, it's a
it's a crime
action.
kind of thing.
It's an action spectacular.
Yeah, it's like about drugs and shit like that. It's like
but it also has like
cocaine. Is cocaine the white fire?
No,
or is it
it's
diamond?
like he's
a diamond.
He's white fire as far as I'm concerned because he's a white man on the cover and he have a chainsaw and he looked fine as hell. No, I'm kidding. No, but he looked like what's his name? That fucking actor that was in Execution.
Oh,
he's a
I can't remember.
He's a dude. I used to get him confused.
Google that for you.
I used to be confused with the guy who used to look like the guy from Body Double who looked like Bill Maher or whatever.
Oh, that's Bill. That's Bill. Bill who just passed away. William Hurt.
No, not William Hurt.
No.
William Hurt never looked like.
He was in Body Heat though.
No, Body Double.
Oh, Body Double. Sorry, Body Heat.
White
Fire. Two Russian siblings living in Istanbul, Turkey, who work in the diamond fencing business, scheme to steal the newly discovered. Hold on, wait.
Oh yeah.
Wait. I'm trying to read it.
I own this on DVD, by the way. Oh,
okay. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that white diamond.
Still the newly discovered legendary diamond White Fire, but their rivals have other plans in mind.
Robert Ginty.
Oh, Robert Ginty, that's fucking it. Yeah. So Robert.
Also famous for this movie with this. He rides on a motorcycle and there's a giant dump truck that comes after him and stuff like that. And Donald Pleasance is in it. It's this horrible post-apocalyptic movie.
That sounds about right. But who's the other guy? Who's the guy I'm thinking about that looked like Bill Maher?
Warrior of the Lost World. Terrible, awesome movie. And I don't know how they got Donald Pleasance.
Well, he'll do. Listen. Wait. What was the guy that looked like Bill Maher from Body Double? What the fuck is his name?
Okay, let me. But
I used to always get them confused.
Oh, I do like Gordon Mitchell. He's in this. He is a really weird looking character actor guy. He's in White Fire.
Body Double is Craig Wasson, Melanie Griffith,
Greg. Well, do you see a man that looked like fucking Bill Maher, or are they just showing you old people?
He's just kind of pasty faced guy.
Are you looking at him old or young, Porra?
I don't know.
Look at him from the movie.
Yeah.
I think he's in Creepshow, isn't he? No.
Okay. Hey, I have a question then. So if you were a Friday the 13th guy, where did you stand on, and where do you stand on Nightmare on Elm Street? Versus Halloween. Obviously Halloween Ends just came out.
Honestly,
Halloween always seemed a little more mild, and Friday the 13th to me seemed more gory.
Yeah, it could be, but honestly, they're three very different movies.
They
really are. And Nightmare on Elm Street.
You almost can't compare.
Well, and even Nightmare on Elm Street and Friday the 13th doesn't really veer too far from its source material. Friday the 13th completely changes its tone. Nightmare on Elm Street completely changed its tone by like 3. I think 2.
Dream Warrior.
Dream by the third one or something.
Well, Dream Warrior.
They just get more comedic, and then I thought was 4 the Dream Warriors or is 3?
Yeah, no, 3 is Dream Warrior. To me, that one is almost like it might as well be a Marvel movie or something. I mean, it's like It's like you remember the cartoon Dungeon and Dragon?
Yes.
It's like that, but it's horror with horror.
I remember reading the novelization of it actually as a kid, even.
Oh, he remember when the guy goes, "I'm the dungeon master" or whatever, and he tries to, and then Freddy's like, "Fuck out of here!"
Yeah, he's like, "Get the fuck out of here, nerd."
Yeah.
And then the chick who's gonna be badass and lift weights, and she turns.
And he puts heroin. He puts heroin needles in her arm. You remember? Her track marks.
Yeah.
Her track marks start becoming mouths, and they like feed me kind of thing. And then he puts heroin needles in her fucking arms. And then the black guy is like a brooch. He's like a big galooch. He's strong, like Hulk.
But maybe it's part 4 where there's the chick who likes to lift weights and work out, and she gets turned into a cockroach.
That's Dream Warrior.
I don't know if I saw that one.
That's in Dream Warrior.
It's got Dokken as the theme song, so
nice.
In Dream Warrior, when he turned her into a Hulk, and she's crying, and then he does like a cheap gag where she gets into like a Hulk motel, and he goes, "They check in, but they don't check out." Carajo. Yeah.
See, that's what I'm talking about. It gets ridiculous and
it's like a cartoon.
He's like the crypt keeper.
Exactly.
Yes, kind of. Yes. And people really they fit into it and they like it. And I'm going to get hate, I'm sure, for shitting on that type of Freddy. And it's entertaining in its own sense. I agree. But Freddy, Nightmare on Elm Street Part 1, terrifying film. Part 2 is also actually pretty freaking messed up and weird.
Yeah.
But the thing about Freddy also is that from Part 1, there's not a mistaken identity. There's not a wrongfully killed. It's not Cropsy where they accidentally burn him and then he has to go and kill Jason Alexander and all the kids and on the raft and all that. It's not Jason either, where he's like the deformed kid that they thought it'd be funny to mess with. Freddy's a pedophile. He rapes children, kills them, and burns them. So
he burned them because he burned the evidence.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So Nightmare on Elm Street 1, terribly, very, very frightening film. Well done. Although I did kind of find it funny when he gets out of the dreams, you just blast him with a sledgehammer. And he's like, oh, he just gets his ass.
Yo, wait, you know what? For the first time, I found out, I was watching something, maybe on Instagram, they showed a clip of Wes Craven talking about Freddy.
Mm-hmm.
And he said the whole reason why he came up with that is there was a thing. He used to live, I think he grew up in Baltimore or something like that. He was on the second floor. They lived on the second floor, okay? And then late at night, he heard some shit outside and he looks outside and he sees a man wearing a fucking hat like that and wearing a sweater like that, okay? He says that the guy looks up and stares at him. Just still like that. And he said he was so fucking terrified and he closed the fucking curtains and he's a little kid, okay? He closed the curtains and he's like heart beating, whatever. He gives it some time, like just let him go away.
Mm-hmm.
He waits enough time to where he thinks to himself, okay, he has to be gone by now.
Mm-hmm.
He opens the fucking blinds like that. The fucking guy is still there. And then he lean to and look at it and look at him even closer. And then he sees the guy go toward the front door of his building. He hears the fucking door opening or whatever. Then someone walking up. So his brother was much older than him. And he's telling his mom and his brother. His brother goes out with a baseball bat, hunts down there looking for the guy. They never see the guy again, whatever. He said that his whole life, he could never get that experience out of his head. And that was he created the tale. That was the jump off for him. What would his story be? And the fact that he had nightmares about the fucking guy, that it haunted him for this long. I mean, it was interesting. I never knew that my whole life.
No, that sounds. I mean, the first Freddy movie and even the second Freddy movie, they're supposed to be scary movies. 3, 4, all that other stuff. It's kind of jump scare stuff, really.
Just having fun. They're having more fun
stuff. And Michael Myers is supposed to be more of a psychological terror than, say, the creature horror elements of Jason.
Right. Yeah, that
but my money. They tried to turn Michael Myers into Jason. Too, Jason.
True.
Right. Did you? Well, go ahead, Renato.
Well, for my money, out of the 3 of those franchises, at least if you're just taking the first movie, Halloween scares me to this day more than any of those stuffs because it's more based in reality. I feel like it's just a serial killer. You know what I mean? Even though it's a little fantastical, a little bit, but also that dead expression of that fucking mask.
Yeah.
There's something unsettling about that, and the music. Oh God, are you?
There's more mystery in it. Actually, there is some mystery in Friday the 13th Part 1, but that doesn't really involve Jason much. Of the 3 firsts, I think it's a pretty good fight between Nightmare on Elm Street 1 and Halloween. But Halloween is the better movie overall. Friday the 13th Part 1 isn't a bad film either. It's actually pretty good, but and it's got the twist ending, so to speak, but it's not as good.
That ending to this day is one of the scariest things I've ever seen in my fucking life.
It is.
That to this day, when I'll watch that just to scare myself because I'm like, I put it on. I'm like, but I'm like, it's like when I watch Jaws. I love that movie, but I hate it because it makes me afraid of the fucking ocean. But I'm like, here we fucking go now, and I'm like, and you know what I mean. But I want to see it, but I don't want to see it.
But you don't want to see it.
Doll ties. Doll
ties. Yeah. Halloween.
Cold, lifeless
too, it
eyes.
seems so
Black
good.
eyes.
Like it. Yeah, I just think it too. It seemed like it was just like kind of mellow, the vibe of that movie too, and I feel like it was just so.
Wait, which one?
Halloween, like that first Halloween, I kind of remember that one more, but I do remember the end of Friday the 13th and stuff like that. I don't think I liked the Nightmare on Elm Street movies as much. I think I liked the ones.
I don't believe that someone could be beheaded with an oar, though. That Friday the 13th part one. I'm like, I don't know that you could swing an oar heavy enough.
Maybe not, but I will say this: I still don't.
That's not
stupid.
That's not
I won't say
the
Candyman. I won't say Candyman 3 times into the mirror.
Can I tell you something? Candyman.
The first one.
God, are you?
The first
Wait, there's a black gentleman outside. God, are you? Wait.
It's just a mirror.
Oh. I'm a light-skinned gentleman. Candyman is dark. I would be Caramel.
Tony Todd is he's the dark-skinned brother. That's
Listen, true. I used to go to the Y. Every time I was in the sauna, I would see him laying there, like stretching the fuck out, like Hick James, like, why don't I stretch out? Or whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he's just like, fuck with me and I'll fill your mouth full of bees.
I saw.
First Candyman, I didn't know really what to expect, and I thought the tension, that was a scary movie. That was well done. I know.
I think well done. Too. I think it was really well done because I think that what I liked about it, it wasn't done as like a horror movie. I don't know. I felt like it was done as a drama that happened to be sort of a horror movie drama. I don't know. It just didn't feel. It felt like elevated in terms of the form.
Well, that stuff ends up being
as,
scary.
Like Angel Heart or something like that. Like I love Angel Heart and obviously Renato. We've talked about that, but like there are some of those kind of like the scary movies that are a little bit of a notch like elevated.
Who directed Angel Heart? Was that
Alan Parker?
Oh, okay. Well, Craven though, you've got Last House on the Left. You've got
my friend is in that movie. Garrett is in. The Last House on the Left. Garrett,
you're talking about like the newer version, though.
The newer version. Garrett, my buddy Garrett is the bad guy. He's the killer.
Oh no shit.
Oh
yeah.
Is it Wes Craven again?
Seen the remake.
In the newer one, and so the funny thing is, I remember going to the premiere and I was sitting there with him, and he's there like raping this girl, and I'm like, gee, dude, what?
And then he had to meet
the actress's like parents, and he's like, "Yeah, hi, I'm Garrett. Hey, how you doing? Like, you just watched me totally attack your daughter, and it's creepy." But
I mean, that movie when it came out was pretty harrowing stuff.
Yeah.
And when and then the Italians go and do a copy of it, or they basically try to call it like a sequel. Last House at the Edge of the Park.
Right.
Oh, and watch them crank it up to 11.
Wasn't I Spit on Your Grave like a similar thing?
So this right. I think so, maybe, right?
I Spit on Your Grave, Tui. Well, real quick, before you go into the next subject, the movies when I was a little kid that scared me the most, I had the opposite stuff from Josh Barnett, where he wasn't supposed to watch that stuff. My parents would drag me to stuff that I didn't want to see because you don't want to get a babysitter or whatever, So the scariest fucking shit I exercised these demons in my 30s about this movie, but I did it on purpose. I had to do like immersion therapy for myself. I saw when I was about 5-6 years old, I saw Eraserhead.
Oh,
okay. My mommy took me to a friend's house and we watched that shit. And Eraserhead, when you're a child, it's like I was terrified, just like Zardoz, but worse. I was instantly terrified, but also deeply saddened. Like deeply, you feel deeply depressed and alone. I mean, like immediately.
Yes.
You feel lost. It's like scarier. It's scarier than horror because it's even more. It's existential. It's like, what where do I fit in to this?
Yeah.
You know, like
Yes. Yes.
what's the meaning of this? You know?
Yeah.
And that's
Why is the
scarier
baby
than getting
crying?
killed.
Why is it not a baby? What the hell is going on? Yes.
David Lynch is
Yeah.
not for the kids, like Wu Chang
No.
Clan.
No.
You know,
No.
and so
No.
that. But then the one other thing, and this wasn't my parents doing. This is my own fault. But I would watch on cable on HBO. They used to show that fucking movie Pink Floyd The Wall.
Oh, that's also a
Yeah, well, it's
horrific
funny.
movie
I've
for
been
a
telling
kid.
my kid about that. I want her to
Ugh.
see it because she's
Yeah,
into
she's old enough.
animation. Well, yeah, she's 16 now, but she's an animator and like she's into it. And I'm like, well, that movie's so cool. And like we'll be driving around, we'll hear some of the music. The other day, what did we hear? Like Comfortably Numb or I don't know, something, but I'm just like, okay, you know, I'm like telling her like she's got to see The Wall. You know, she's got to see The Wall.
However, when you 16 is one thing, but when you're like a fucking a glorified toddler, you know,
no,
you're 7.
That's too young. That's too young.
I'm watching
the people walking
it's
on the conveyor belt.
It's the brick in the wall. It's the parts with brick in the wall, and you have kids on a conveyor belt, and they're going, "We don't need no," and then they're going on, and you don't know what's gonna happen. They just like zombies going down the conveyor belt, and then I don't know why this fucked me up so much, but then when you see where they're going down into, they're going into a meat grinder, and then what's coming out is sausages,
Soylent Green.
Yeah, and it's ironic because now. I'm embraced that I'm slanging sausage. I provide the sausage now, but back then,
hot Italian.
Oh, hot, hot African. No, my goodness. Hot.
No, that bit fucked me up as a kid too when I saw that. And to add to parents thinking they can get away with kids falling asleep. You know, I never saw any horror movies that way, but they used to take my sister when she was a kid to the drive-in, but she'd always fall asleep after the first movie, so no big deal. The second movie would always be the R-rated or whatever. Right. I stayed up through all of it, and I very, very, very distinctly remember Deal of the Century.
Oh, Chevy Chase
and Gregory Hines.
And Gregory Hines and Chevy Chase.
Gregory Hines as arms dealers, and he comes upon this dude who fucked him over, and the guy's bought a brand new Porsche, and he whips out this flamethrower. He's like, let me give a little touch up, just a little touch up, and he just starts hitting it with the flamethrower. Yes. And there's tits and cocaine and all kinds of shit.
It's very broad.
Like, coke.
It's got the same. Yeah, it's got the same tone as like Dr. Detroit or some shit like that.
Right. Well, I will say there's one movie, and I think I remember seeing it originally. The Doctor. And everybody's like, "How is that Dan Aykroyd?" But so
there was
the one movie that was so weird to me, and then I think I tried to watch it again, and it still freaked me out. Was A Clockwork Orange. I don't like it.
That's an
like,
intense
I don't
film.
like it. I think that's what I determined is I don't like it. It freaks me out, and I don't like it.
It should. If it didn't freak you out, you have something fucking. You have a screw loose in your fucking head. That movie is intense on purpose. That shit's crazy.
Everything about it's intense. The whole, everything about the start of it's intense. To see the state of society, and then to see as it continues to ramp up, and then now they're taking the guy who's an absolute pile of shit, terrible human being, and now they're just the shit that they do to him, and you're like, well, how am I supposed to feel about all this? And the whole end of the movie, they just zoom in, and he's just got this demonic look in his face, and you're like, is he cured? Is he? This movie's it is an incredibly intense film.
Oh, you know what just shot in my head about that? I just learned this, I think 2 days ago or something like that. I think listening to a podcast.
I was listening to the same one.
Oh, I'm not sure. What did you find out? Because I'll tell you about what I found out.
In the book. The book.
No, okay, so this is different.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is from I think that Tarantino one I was telling you about. So I'm not sure if you listen to that. This will fucking trip you out. Oh, and you'll love it for a couple of reasons. So this was already in motion. There was I don't know how far along they already were, but Mick Jagger was cast as the lead, and his band of goons, whatever they call those fucking guys,
Droogs.
The Droogs was the band, was the Rolling Stones. And then I think that what happened was like their manager or something said, you know what, we can't do this. Like this is gonna fuck up the Golden Goose. This is gonna kill. But they was in place to do this shit. Yep. Yeah, no, look it up. Look it up if you don't believe that one.
That's crazy.
It's crazy to me too. That's why I brought it up.
That's pretty wild. Although, I didn't expect that you would have picked A Clockwork Orange as an example of like, oh, strangely scary, unsettling movie. Like,
yeah. You know, that's funny enough. That one was unsettling. Yeah. That's called A Clockwork Laranja.
So obviously, like
Clockwork Laranja,
like crazy psycho movie.
I do have a movie that scared the shit out of me as like a 12, 13-year-old, because I would always watch tons of Cinemax. They'd always do the Summer of 1,000 movies, and I'd probably watch 850 of them, But there was and this movie don't hold up. I don't think it will scare anyone. It was called I, Madman, and it was about a person reading a novel, and the actual killer in the novel would show up and kill people. But there was something about the idea
that sounds like kind of like the Death Note.
Kind of. Well, you didn't write their names down. It's just as this person keeps reading the book, the killer slits people up with a straight razor. And but he wasn't a pimp. Sorry, Renato. It actually scared me kind of in the same way that the Neon Maniacs scared me, and that was that it just seemed as if like with this book guy, it didn't even matter if you weren't reading the book, your ass might get killed from someone else reading it, and you ain't getting away from it. Like there was no way it was just, and so it's something about that inability to have, like, if you didn't want to get killed by Jason, like don't show up at Camp Crystal Lake. Right. But this reading the book thing, like, oh, you're just fucked cuz. And it was just also kind of like how in some way, like the Neon Maniacs is not a scary movie by any means. I wish that they had made sequels, and there was so much on. Just Google that movie. We saw it. The whole thing is nuts.
Yeah, we watched it one Halloween for my old podcast, and we fucking was laughing. That was a blast.
But the thing about that movie that scared me was, unlike a lot of the other supernatural or killer tropes in these horror films, these motherfuckers had no boundary, and they're just right in the middle of New York, San Francisco. Will chase you down on public transit. Will kind of murder if they're coming after you. You can't just. They only take off because if it turns daylight or if it's going to rain. Okay. That's it.
If it's going to rain.
That's it. Yeah, if it's going to rain. But that's it. Like yeah, like in other movies, like
they're all black. They're all black women. No,
they don't want their. They don't want. They just got that shit. They just got that perm done, and they spent a lot of money on it.
Got that pressed.
Yeah. Don't want all that.
Don't touch my hair.
Don't want the all the ingredients to come out. All the relaxer to get.
No, that's them ingredients. Them ingredients.
Relaxer.
Yeah, that's the hila. That hila.
Listen, Josh. On the flip side, do you listen? Is there certain metal music you listen to around Halloween? Like, is there?
It's Halloween. It's time to dust off Saxon or whatever.
That's what I'm saying. Like, are there certain? Is there a time
denim and leather? Bring all together. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if metal is as good in the summertime as it is at this time of year.
It's good every time. It's good all the time.
Hey, cruising is what you watch when you want to listen to Saxon. You're like, no, I'm kidding.
Oh man, Al Pacino just dancing like that and sweating his fucking face off.
Like Emil Nigel. What about you to water sports? No, they take the fucking handkerchief off. Speaking of powers, both.
It's got to be on fucking YouTube. Someone made a gag.
I sent it to you. I'm the one who said.
What is it?
Okay, so someone
cruising cut to something else.
Check this out. They used to. You remember those when we was like in the 80s and 70s, 80s, they used to have like toy haze tracks. Like you put your car and it goes. It's like okay. Someone made like a perfect where it almost like I showed it to somebody. They thought it was a heel commercial. They go, they made that. And basically, it was like the cruising playset or whatever. And it was like straight from the hit movie with Al Pacino trolling, about the trolling for hot young men in the leather community.
Cruising timeout. For people who don't know, Al Pacino's a policeman who goes undercover in the gay men's clubs in like the 70s or
in the heavy leather. The meat packing dish.
It's like what's his face? Judas Priest. It's like
Halford.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Rob Halford. It's like that kind of hardcore and like leather, and so cruising. Yeah. You're like, oh, it's a cool Pacino movie. Just know what you're getting because it's not.
Yeah, and the bar is like called the Eagle's Nest. And you dance with the guy like holding his like hard, doing the Predator handshake. You're like, and you got jeans and no shirts. Oh, caralho! Right. What a time! What a time!
Pacino looks hot in that movie. Like he's hot in it.
He's like,
the boys are hot in that movie.
He's old Pacino.
He's just sweating the whole time. He's just coke sweat.
Watching that, it's just like, look at all these hot dudes. Like,
he's pre hooah Pacino. He's like, I want to go undercover in the Leather Daddy scene. What? You know what I mean? He sounds like fucking Michael Corleone or whatever.
But it's before Attica or after Dog Day Afternoon? It's after Dog Day Afternoon.
It's after.
No. I love Dog Day.
What? That's maybe my favorite Pacino performance aside from Glenn Hoss. But
we digress.
The cruising playset. And you can get busted by the cops. You got to check to see if the right handkerchief's out on the top of the building.
It goes like this. It goes, check the hanky code, and the kids are like, and then it goes like this. It goes, lock up. It goes, there's the handsome stranger, and you're in a van thing that's on the track. Yes. And it goes like this. It goes, you see there's the handsome stranger, and it goes, now lock eyes, and then the kid presses something, and like the head eyes comes out of the thing, and then the other guy has head eyes, and it goes like this. It goes, okay, now make the block or whatever, and then, so it goes like to go hound one more time, and then so it goes, now make the block.
I gotta see this.
You gotta hit the button to stop the van at the right time.
You won't believe it. You won't fucking believe. I mean, if you've seen cruising and you like cruising, it's like you're pissing yourself laughing. And like the fact that someone made that. Crazy.
Yeah, it is. That sounds crazy. It totally sounds crazy.
Oh, and at the end it goes, assembly required. Your two dads put it together.
Nice.
I did just show Bowel to my girlfriend who knew Tim and Eric's.
Oh, Bowel, the Bowel.
I'd never seen.
I don't know if she's hip. I don't know if this one is hip to Tim and Eric, but I had a little bit of chahiki, So I'm gonna take a piss. I'm gonna drain the main vein, as they say, to put it mildly.
Can I introduce Mr. Thick Dick to Mr. Urinal Cake?
Exactly. I'm gonna water the porcelain, as they say.
Wow.
Hey, I was making a great outdoors reference since we were talking about Aykroyd earlier.
Another Dan Aykroyd movie, am I right? Isn't that Dan Aykroyd?
Look at all the maggots on that meat.
My God. Hey, so listen, are you currently I think did you just put out a video where you were doing some different holds? Were you doing some pro wrestling holds and stuff like that? Like what are you up to these days in terms of like, are you training people? Are you like what are you up to?
I usually when I'm on set, I take my mic off when I go into the bathroom.
I was just gonna say.
Well, let me tell you something. A big sound come down from Bobby Perhul.
It's almost like you're diving off the top of that structure in Watts.
That's true.
But when you hit the streets,
me and Bernie Casey have something in common, and it's not our hairstyle.
Also. I was in the Friday the 13th Part 3 barn for that movie that I did with Michael Jai White.
Yeah. No.
And Outlaw Johnny Black. And that's supposed to be where he meets up with his gang before early on in the movie. It's me, Michael Madsen. I'm forgetting everybody else's name. I'm sorry, guys. And I remember going there for the set. That's the hideout, right? I'm looking at it and I go,
wait a second.
I know what this is. I know exactly what the fuck this is. that's where the black girl comes out on the. She's like hanging from the thing where the hay bales come out at the top, and there's where the guy is stuck with the pitchfork in the wall. I go, this is the Friday the 13th Part 3 barn. Yeah,
that gang is so cheap in that movie. Not in Black Dynamite, but the gang in Part 3. Oh, porra.
Hey, it's I don't know this. Someone who's watching, or you might, Hanach, did Tom Savini, was he one of the gangs guys in Part 3?
Oh, I don't. Wait, who is Charmy Savini?
He's the he's the guy with the crotch gun in Robert Rodriguez's vampire flick. What is that movie called again? The Texas movie.
That's Till Dawn.
From Dusk Till Dawn. He's the guy that has the pistols on his crotch.
Why can't I remember?
He also is in talk about incredibly boring movies that I really wanted to enjoy. Night Riders with Ed Harris.
Oh, you mean where they're like from the don't tell me the like Renaissance fair?
Yes. You mean and they do jousting on motorcycles? Yeah, and he's all talking about
Night Riders. Night Riders like with a K, and it's like somehow it's. Imagine the pitch. It's cocaine fueled shit. The pitch is like, hey, these guys is like at the Renaissance fair, but it's a motorcycle gang, and then they fight each other, but with old night stuff, but on modern motorcycle. It don't make any fucking sense.
Who's the audience?
Me and Josh Barnett.
Also, it was the movie Romero, I think, made right after Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah, plus, you know how they used to get you? The same way that they used to get you with like pulp novels and garbage trash novels. The fucking artwork, they would get like Frank Frazetta or someone like that. So the artwork on the fucking front is like, yo, oh god, you know what I mean? You see this shit, it's got the night and the fucking thing. Or like, what's another one? You remember the movie Deathstalker?
Oh, Deathstalker 1 and 2. Deathstalker 1's actually
I'm just
really
saying.
Good. But yes, the artwork is insane. Yes.
These look like an A-list movie. It looked like, oh my fucking god. And then when you see it, you're like, it looked like it was filmed where they did with the barn and the fucking thing he was talking about. You know?
The Deathstalker covers are Boris Vallejo.
Yeah.
With
that super muscular.
The Deathstalker 1 is actually really good for what it is. Really interesting.
For what it is,
Number 2 is hilarious. So they did it in a satirical way. But also the cover for Sword and the Sorcerer is pretty badass too.
I used to own that movie. I love movie. That was one of my favorite. Where he shoot Sword and the Sorcerer. He had the sword looked like a Conan sword and having 3 blades. And he could shoot one out at you. Yeah.
And he had the 2 on the side, but they would fly like cockamamie.
Yeah. Oh god, yeah, it would go. Yeah. And
Richard Mall,
who was the fucking hero?
A demon sorcerer. Oh, yeah, and the hero. I forget his name. Yeah,
but he kills
it in that though.
He checks out right off the bat. At the very beginning, he come out of like a bath of blood, and he check a Jamaican woman's heart out her chest like that. Oh god, out of you.
It's exactly. Yeah. That Dominican girl's heart right out.
Yeah, a mercenary with for those who don't know, the Sword and the Sorcerer. It says. A mercenary with a 3-bladed sword rediscovers his royal heritage's dangerous future when he's recruited to help a princess foil the designs of a brutal tyrant and a powerful sorcerer in conquering a land.
The sorcerer was very cool. Richard Mall, and he really does kill everyone in any scene he's with. He dominates. And Richard Lynch is no lightweight either. Lee Horsley, yeah.
Oh, from. Oh shit!
Not
the TV show that was like Magnum PI. It was like Magnum. Matt Houston.
Yes.
Yo, he looked like it was like a cheap. It was like a Magnum PI knockoff, but he had like a fucking Western hat.
Too, and Django Unchained.
He was in the fucking Hateful Eight.
Wow.
It says he was in the Hateful Eight and Django.
Yeah, Lee Horsley. Yeah, Richard Mall, the best performance, I think, in the movie. He's really good in it. He's really good in that movie. I mean, I'm not saying it for B movies. I mean, Richard Mall slays in that fucking film. Like,
Lynch
is great too. Richard Lynch, who's always good.
Maul is Bull from Night Court.
Bull Shannon from Night Court.
Yeah.
But and then Lee Horsley's character is like Eagle or Striker. He's like
so dope. You know, he has that vibe like Snake Plissken or like, you know, like Han Solo. Like, listen, lady, shut up or whatever. You know what I mean? Like that kind of stuff.
He's got his secret dagger that shoots out of his fucking gauntlet or his, but him as the kid though, you're like, wait a second.
Oh yeah. Like he had like a longer hair.
He did, but no, I mean, he had long hair in the movie, but him as a child looks like he's like this chubby kind of. It's just like this kid ain't getting away from anything.
You know who I'm confusing? I just saw the kid from Conan the Barbarian. You know when he witnessed his parents die?
Oh yes.
I was confusing. The image I was seeing is that kid.
That kid looks like it could be Conan. The kid that supposedly grows up into Lee Horsley, you're like, no.
You're like, that's no Matt Houston for her. Yeah.
No, definitely not.
Boy, did I used to love that, and Beastmaster was like on heavy rotation.
Great. That's same guy that did Phantasm though. Also, that's Don Coscarelli.
Yeah, because there's some scary shit in that fucking.
There is. See, my problem was I did think the Beastmaster was cool, and I was all right with Hamill. It was interesting, Rip Torn playing the evil wizard. That was. But
want your children.
And Amos actor to me.
Oh, John Amos. Joan Amos was the like with a ponytail. With his cheeks hanging out. He goes, nah, that ain't no slave girl now.
That's my dad from Good Times for people who don't know.
I thought you was telling us. But that ain't no slave girl. Huh?
I was unfortunately, I don't know. For who knows? I wanted the Jun Horde to win because they were so fucking cool looking, and no one spoke. They all had
but they had no mercy.
And leather.
Yeah, because they look like Hob Halford. You was into that shit.
Yeah, well, and then also there were the Berserker guys. I thought it was kind of stupid. Yes, they put the weird glowing green thing in the ear, and then they start freaking out, and they put the mask on them. They're just covered in spikes. And then I'm like, how the hell is a little weasel going to outsmart these crazy monsters?
Because that's Kodo and Poto. That's his thieves or whatever. These are my thieves. But I like the ones who go like this. Oh, caralho. That was scary. You know, those ones who like put you into.
Yeah.
That scared me when I was a kid.
Yeah, the weird bat people get to beat the cool guys with the Mad Max.
That shit was fantastic. I mean,
worst movie, by the way. Worst movie for one of the absolute worst for cover art, completely fucking you over. The Iron Master. The cover, look this up here.
I don't know if I know that one.
The cover looks like possibly the coolest fucking movie you might ever find. There's a dude in like crazy plate mail with a giant fucking sword and an incredibly hot chick right at the heels, and the sunlight is coming from behind him. You can't even see his face. The whole movie's about a bunch of shitty cavemen who find like a piece of iron, and he just starts whacking people. Iron Master.
Okay, well, because this is like some bougie black and white movie. Hold on. Iron Master.
I thought you were about to say it's a bougie black movie or whatever.
Oh my God.
Yes. Terrible.
Well, wait. Ooh la la. Hold on. Be still my heart. Is that
Kyle MacLachlan?
Wait, is that Kyle MacLachlan in a weird fucking wig?
Hold on.
But the cover art.
4.6.
Wait.
Oh, it's fucking terrible.
Sam Pasco. Hold on. Now my camera won't focus. It needs to reset.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. Is that my eyes or is that you?
No. It's because
you got to quit using them Instagram filters.
Well, at least he was.
Because I put the. Hold on. It's because I put the video.
Kyle MacLachlan.
Hold on. I'll tell you what. I'll be right. Oh, there it is.
Oh no, there you go.
Yeah, because it was messed up on where the focal point was.
It saw how gorgeous Kyle MacLachlan was, and then it was like, oh, what's this? It didn't know how to process.
It just needed more white balance, I guess, right?
It needed more light skin balance. No, you look gorgeous. Wow. You look gorgeous. I'm just jealous. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway,
wait, what was the
lead guy's name is Sam Pasco.
I mean, that's probably like a fake name for some Italian dude.
Right.
Yeah, Sam Pasco.
Yeah, like there's nobody George Eastman, like there's nobody.
George Eastman was in everything. He played the main monster in Anthropophagus, and
What about anthropophagus, caralho? Barnett, you know what? I used to, speaking of Beast Smash, I remember
Is this about masturbation? Or is this about taming the snake?
Similar. It's about two guys coming together because when they make peace with each other, when him and John Amos, and they go, you know, I'll travel with you or whatever, and they do that handshake that's like this.
Yes.
I afterwards in grammar school, we was doing that shit where it's like, I respect you, my brother. You know what I mean? And we thought that shit was hard, you know, because it feels even more manly than a handshake. You're like, to the death or whatever. You know what I mean? Like with blood, brother. Yeah. It was important.
Glory on your adventure. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. But that's when you had imagination. Like when you was a kid, you thought there was still magic left. Like I remember when I was on the train and the train was about to came into the station, I would like take the pole and start going like I was the Hulk, and or like Hercules, and I was the one like stopping it, you know, and then you hear the brakes going, and like you can imagine the sparks or whatever. I mean, you're making everything a wonderland just out of nothing.
I still do that with an elevator door. Sometimes you're like, oh.
Yeah, shit like that.
you're pulling it closed or whatever, like opening.
Yeah.
Henach, did you send me or did I send you the clip of? I guess it's the end of this Hercules movie, where all of a sudden Hercules fights some guy in the stars.
Yeah, because I told you I took a fucking. I asked out a grown woman that I had a crush on to a date, and because she felt she thought I was a sweetheart or whatever, she actually, and my parents let this happen, she took me to the fucking see Hercules with Lou Ferrigno, and we went into the movies, and she was like a light skin, she was like a Karyn Bryant type, she was like a light skinned black woman, but I mean, like unbelievable. But what the fuck was the point of that? Yeah, so I saw that in the idea. I saw that in the fucking theater.
Lost in that idea.
Funny thing is,
think of anything further.
Exact. But funny thing is, my dumbass at that age, I must have been. When did that fucking movie come out? I must have been
like 79 or
no. It came out. It was in the early 80s. Maybe let's say I was 8 years old or something like that. Okay. Here, this is like a 21-year-old woman or whatever. I'm thinking that she's accept the date, that means she's interested. Do you understand? So I'm thinking like, okay, afterward, you know, I'm thinking, well, you know, I think something's gonna, you know, happen.
And then
and then I started to realize I was like, this is like a mercy killing. You know what I mean? Like, you know. But I was trying. I'm like talking. I was like, wow. So that Lou Ferrigno. I mean,
the seed of resentment towards women was planted.
No, I was, you know what? I don't look at it that way. I was sharpening thine sword or whatever, because I was like trying to small talk about the movie afterwards. You know, like from Fast Time at Ridgemont High, Damon. I was like, hey, Lou Ferrigno, huh? Great Hercules or whatever. You know what I mean? Like trying to talk to her like as if we just saw Ingmar, like as if we just saw Ingmar Bergman.
Deep down inside, you're like, hey, when they turned into laser beams, I like that.
That shit was fire. You know, to me, I knew though, because I chose the movie.
It could have been a scene in Xanadu.
Xanadu is better than that. But for me,
in Zalvez or whatever the hell's like.
Zarda, oh caralho. Xanadu, when I was a kid, I had a crush on that fucking girl.
Everybody did.
I know, but I'm just saying, you think you're the only one when you're that age, you know? Like you see Jodie Foster in fucking Tom Sawyer, the movie or whatever, and you're like, oh caralho.
I remember it had to be it was
Little Foxes.
The main chick from Night of the Comet, and she was also in The Last Starfighter.
Yep. I know exactly who you're talking about. I don't know her name.
And then I'm forgetting it.
I've never known her name, but I know who you're talking
about. And then frickin' Labyrinth with
Jennifer Connelly.
Jennifer Connelly.
Jennifer Connelly.
Yeah, Jennifer Connelly.
And Labyrinth.
Requiem for a Dream, who I was just talking
about. Who also, David. Yeah, remember, Keith David, bring it back to Keith David. He said, I know it's pretty, but I didn't check it out for air.
Check it out.
Oh, that's some dark stuff in more ways than one.
That movie is so.
It's very disturbing.
It's so disturbing.
You know who was the ultimate though when I was a kid? What?
Catherine Mary Stewart. I had a huge crush on Catherine Mary Stewart.
You know who is the ultimate though? Wonder Woman. Linda Carter.
Spinning around. Yeah. Just wrapping up your feelings and hearts as she goes.
Linda Carter and the girl Velma from Good Times. Okay. From Good Times.
Oh, I thought
the older sister on Good Times.
Erin Gray or Erin.
Yeah,
she was good too from Buck Rogers. Yeah,
in the 25th century.
On Buck Rogers, you're right.
She was very cute, but she was no Linda Carter.
She was no Linda Carter. Did you want to be Hawk Kanach?
You mean from Spencer for Hire?
No, not that Hawk.
Oh, you mean Hawk? Oh God, yeah. Oh my God. Well, you know what? I used to love Twinkie. Oh God.
Oh, beady.
Yeah, beady. Yeah, Buck Hodges on the 21st century.
And then there was the older.
You said Spencer for Hire though. I used to do extra work on Spencer for Hire in Boston.
Oh, really?
Not in Boston.
Was Robert Urich cool?
Oh yeah, Robert Urich was cool. He was so cool, and he was so handsome and everything. But yeah,
he was a rugged dude. Yeah.
Well, if mom's still in, I don't know. But yeah, we used to do extra work on Spencer for Hire, and I specifically remember like an episode where like they were in a cafe, and like every time it was going to be from Robert Urich's perspective in this conversation, like there's KB eating her sandwich. And I totally remember like the early days of shoot night to like go in. We were down by North Station in Boston. Like Spencer for Hire was the jam with Avery. Who then went on to go on and be a captain in a Star Trek show. So yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, Robert Urich played for UNLV. I think he's football player.
No shit. How about Urich is one of those guys that's like a what should have been. Like, first of all,
he should have been a much bigger star.
He should have been Tom Berenger, and then even Tom Berenger didn't become what he should have been. You know what I mean? Like.
Oh yeah, Tom Berenger in Platoon was like, whoa, that dude.
Tom Berenger should have been. We should be talking about him in like the. Yeah. He should be in the like of the greats, and then it's
what was the cop movie where he plays the cop chasing down the
someone to watch over me or some shit.
I think And the other, because why I'm blanking on.
It was like more of an action flick, though.
The one where he's like looking after that woman or whatever, and they're like in the mountains. Isn't that called Someone to Watch Over?
Him in The Big Chill. I think of him in The Big Chill first.
Of course, and he's like a fake Matt Houston.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
And of course, let's not forget Major League. Come on.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Well, I will say, yeah. I mean, we could go. Okay.
But how about Urich also in Ice Pirates?
Yes, Robert Urich in Ice Pirates with not Gregory Hines, but I forget that guy's name.
The other fucking dude. Yes, the poor man's Gregory Hines.
Gregory Hines.
Yeah.
Yes, and
the space harpy.
Well, yes, the space herpes. John Matuzak. It's got God damn it, the really hilarious gay guy Bruce Valanche.
Oh, as that fucking one who's trying to fucking look like a lizard or whatever.
No, he's like you can cut his head off and it doesn't matter because it gets chopped off by why is her name? She's fucking super famous.
Man, it has been a fucking minute.
Okay, hold on. Okay, so he's in Zohan. He's in the Ice Pirates. So Ice Pirates also has in the cast Robert Urich, Mary Crosby, Michael D. Roberts is the poor man's. Is he the
Gregory Hines?
Of course. If you didn't even have to shove it, he was the black guy. If your name is Michael D. Roberts, you're the black guy. That period.
It's a gal from The Witches is in that movie. Angelica Houston.
Oh, Angelica Houston. Yeah, exactly.
And she's a badass.
She's the one that wants him to.
In it too. John Carradine.
See, I didn't even know who Han Perlman was back then.
That's me neither. He's in everything though. That guy's got to be like 80.
Ice Pirates was one of my favorite. That was when I first learned about harpy, because they had the space harpy, and then I was like, I remember going, oh, I've heard of harpy, and then I'm like, wait, a space harpy, and then I was like, I didn't know a harpies could be, and then that was like, once I got explained that, I was like, that's fucking funny that they would like I was like, kudos to them for coming up with
and the robots fighting all the time, and a bunch of them were cowards. They'd kick them and they'd try to run away and shit.
That fucking movie's an unsung. That's a underappreciated gem.
Underappreciated gem, like Outland. Speaking of Sean Connery.
It's not a Halloween movie necessarily, but
Peter Yates now.
We've probably done a good deep dive on the film camp. I wanted to see if there was any questions, Josh, before we let you go. I know we've had you for
wait, we ain't going nowhere.
No, hey, jump back, Jack, before your skull is cracked.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
I didn't know. I said before, because last time we talked for a really long time, and I said, okay, Josh, I promise we won't keep you as long this time. So I didn't.
No, it's not possible. It's not possible. It's not possible.
Listen,
I'm not trying to get rid of you. I just didn't want to assume.
Listen, when you assume, you make an asshole out of. He's gonna stay now.
Okay.
For a little bit.
If he's staying, and I'm glad he is, well then, Renato, I'll tell you what then. Josh, we prepared, Renato and I, 2 movies that we wanted to talk about to explain to the people maybe why we love them, why they should watch them for Halloween or that type of thing. So Renato, let's do yours first. Let me just get everything ready.
Why don't we do yours first? Yeah, ladies first.
Okay. Well, the movie that I absolutely love, that I want everybody to see, is American Werewolf in London. Okay, so listen. Yeah.
Great movie.
It's a great movie. It came out in the early 80s. It's one of these movies that makes me nostalgic for my childhood. And it's in one of those movies where it's got a little bit of scary thing. Very clearly, it is about a werewolf. But to me, this movie had everything because it has a love story in it. And it had a fun kind of Halloween-y horror story type of thing. But the thing that's so fun about it too is I was just watching it again before this episode, and I and I was just in London this summer. So to me, there's a part where the lead guy, he does believe that he gets turned into a werewolf, which, spoiler alert, he does, but he's trying to get arrested.
I don't think this is too much of a spoiler.
Where he's trying to get arrested and he's running around, and since I was just there, it was really fun for me because I'm like, he's in Trafalgar Square, he's over in Piccadilly, he's over this. But it's one of these movies where it's the perfect length too. Like for me, if
the perfect length.
I'm single, and it's but to me, this would be a perfect date night Halloween movie because it clocks in at 92 minutes or something. It's not too long. It's lighthearted.
But does have a decent amount of gore and at least one particularly harrowing scene of weird Nazi monsters machine gunning the shit out of people, and you're just like, what movie?
That shit is a trip. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. So it has a lot. I don't want to oversell it. It's not a romantic comedy by any stretch of the imagination, but it has Griffin Dunne in it too. Who it's really fun. It has the horror movie.
Can I say something though, Karyn Bryant?
Of course.
As if that's a selling point for any of the fucking people listening to this. By the way, kids, millennials and Generation Y or whatever the fuck you are, it has Griffin Dunne. from Who's That Girl?
No, the horror movie connection there is Griffin Dunne's sister is the one from Poltergeist who was murdered. It's very sad. Oh. But his sister is the one who, if you guys remember that she, from the original Poltergeist, the older sister in Poltergeist.
No, I didn't know that.
Dominic Dunne. Yes, Dominic Dunne. The older sister in Poltergeist is Griffin Dunne's sister. She was murdered by strangulation.
Wow, that movie was snake bit. That little fucking girl died too.
Yeah. Also, that's a PG movie where people tear their own faces off.
That's before they figured it out. And then Dreamscape came out and they was like, listen, let's fucking.
I know, Poltergeist was crazy. But yeah, so anyway, just American Werewolf in London. It's fun. And listen, I still to this day, it was branded in my brain from way early on. Whenever I hear that song Moondance, you know what I mean? I think of that scene. There's I'll
tell you what, for some fucking reason, By the way, John Landis is one of my
director, and John Landis
time
Ghostbusters, all kinds of great things.
I mean, Trading Places, Coming to America,
right.
Animal House.
I
mean, that's really digging in the crutch. But some of the greatest comedies, my favorite all-time comedies, this guy fucking did, and there's a tone to these fucking Spies Like Us.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a tone to these fucking movies that you know what it reminded me of? Mad Magazine. Somehow it something the vibe of Mad Magazine. There's a certain flavor, man. But what the fuck was the point of that? That scene.
American Werewolf too. Yeah, you love that.
But that scene where he's changing. For me, there's something so disturbing about the choice of song. There's something so sad about his transformation that song is on. I don't know why, but it makes it.
Dance is on when they're.
Which is the song that's on when he's changing? Like there's a sentimental like
he's in her apartment and she's not there and he's changing. But one time he's in the moon dance is when they're having when they. Well, fuck! What's
the song that's playing when he's changing? There's a song. There's like a song, what the fuck is that guy's name?
Well, I took people want to. So here's Griffin, and this is okay.
Yeah.
So wait, I gotta be careful when I scroll. So here's the beginning of him starting to change.
Yeah, it's like there's like a Sam Cooke song or something on, and he's sentimental sounding.
And then he's like freaking out because he's like, "Oh no, I'm turning into a werewolf. Oh no, look at my face. I look upset. I'm upset."
and at the time, nothing like that had ever happened in a movie, like the change.
No, and again, it's all physical effects, which is when they did that stupid American Werewolf in Paris, it looked like a really shitty movie with young people and with like millennials or young Gen Xers, and then it's some sort of computer game about fucking stupid werewolves running around. It was an embarrassment.
Was it Blue Moon?
It might have been, and it's like
there was no The Howling.
But they did the physical, like you said, they did the physical thing. They're like his hands changed. He's got the hair coming out. It's cool.
But instead of scary music when it's happening, it has the music that he should be enjoying with the girl and enjoying life. And there's something that's so scary about the transformation because it's juxtaposed with something that. It's almost like he's never gonna be part of the normal of this, and it makes it somehow it was scary, but it was also gut henching to me. It was like the perfect. It's like a genius choice that he probably had to fight for. Like the studio's probably like, why is that on in the back? You know what I mean? But
you're pointing out great filmmaking, really, right there, in that just such a subtle thing as choice of music. But beyond just the idea that it just fits with this or something, but instead deliberately choosing something to juxtapose, but not in a postmodern way where they're in on it or whatever. It's like, hey, look at how I'm juxtaposing things, but really choosing something deep. I mean, I know the movie AI isn't really all that fondly remembered per se, but some people I liked it all right, but the scene in the movie when the fucking android is so like, that's it. This is everything is crushed for me, and it goes to commit suicide. I'm like, you crushed a will of an android that's going to try to kill itself.
You know, I haven't seen that in a long time.
That is
it's dark.
So I mean, it's dark as shit. So that American Werewolf scene, like you say, with the juxtaposition of that media, and also not just thinking about how these are these moments, they are jarring up to each other, but actually, like you said. He's never gonna really like the chance of him, even no matter if it's not a full moon and he gets to hump or none of that's gonna change. He knows what his life is for the rest of it, and that's
it's heavy duty, and it's just genius. And he did a lot. He did John Landis, even though it's not Halloween. Well, no, this does fit with Halloween. He's the one who directed Twilight Zone, the movie.
Yep. Oh, okay, but that was cursed.
It was cursed because the guy got his head chopped off for heel.
And his son.
Well, yeah, you know whose dad that is? That's Jennifer Jason Leigh's dad.
Jennifer Jason Leigh, exactly.
Vic Morrow is Jennifer Jason Leigh's dad.
Oh, yeah. He's also in this movie called Message from Space that I love.
He's in a lot. He was a big actor. I didn't realize that until later in life. He was like a big star before all that shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Before the 70s, he had done a ton of shit. Then his star kind of to wane some. Yeah. He did that Japanese film Message from Space, which actually was a big deal in Japan. Kenji Fukasaku directed it.
But he's respected. He was respected.
But then he started doing these Italian films, and he did Escape from the Bronx. And he's
the one we like to talk about.
He's drunk in every scene, and it's just absolutely
Vic Morrow. Yeah. But on another note,
Vic, because I love you.
Rest in peace, Vic. Yeah. And let me tell you something. Here's an interesting thing, though. There's while we're talking about it, and we're talking about obscure movies and whatnot. One of my favorite movies that's kind of lost in the catalog of João Landis is this movie that he did kind of when he was in a dark place. Like he went into a deep depression after Twilight Zone because he was responsible for killing a man and a child. Because it was a Vietnam helicopter and the blade came off and chopped their fucking head off. Anyway, he was in a dark place, and then he didn't want to do like a big this, that, and the other thing. So he did kind of a smaller, like kind of neo-noir movie, and it's called Into the Night. And I don't know if you remember that. It's a small movie with Jeff Goldblum and fucking Michelle Pfeiffer, and it's like it takes place in one night, and it's all this crazy shit happening, and it's like imagine a noir, but if it had the same funny splashes that like American Werewolf in London have, I
know I've seen that movie. Yeah.
Oh, it's one of my favorite movies, and no one ever talks about it. And if you watch that, I 100% guarantee it's gonna be one of your new favorites.
Jeff Goldblum and Michelle Pfeiffer, and the storyline is after discovering that his wife is cheating on him, an insomniac aerospace engineer accidentally meets and tries to help a beautiful model on the run from some extremely dangerous people.
And it's like these Iranian gangsters, like who like was originally part of the Shah, and then fled. And then there's these diamonds, and there's and it's like.
Okay. I'm sorry. I just want to show you on IMDb this picture of what Jeff Goldblum. Look at the Jeff Goldblum.
Oh yeah, that's not. Yeah, that's not the Jeff Goldblum from the movie. I'll tell you that.
I prefer my Jeff Goldblum from Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai.
Yes.
Let me tell you something. The one in this one looked more like the Jeff Goldblum from 10 Speed and Brown Shoe. He has like that kind of corduroy jacket with like the patches.
Doesn't he get killed in Death Wish or something like that?
Yeah, he's one of the guys who hates his daughter. Yeah. That is the inciting incident for the fucking.
He's just sitting there,
Dan Aykroyd was also it's the Dan Aykroyd night, Josh. Dan Aykroyd was also in Into the Night. We're playing 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon.
Oh yeah, John Landis.
But apparently we're playing 6 Degrees of Dan Aykroyd tonight.
You know who else is in it? David Bowie, Paul Mazursky,
David Bowie. Also happened to be Cronenberg.
Cronenberg has a cameo in it. Yeah.
David Bowie was in a movie. The lead of a movie that our star of Renato's film that we're going to talk about at some point.
The Man Who Fell to Earth?
Yes, right.
Oh yeah, he's in that. Yeah, he's Bernie Casey is in that.
Wait. Hey, listen, Renato. Yeah. You took I'm not going to take my microphone with me. You guys
that's our loss. Our loss.
Yeah. You might get a booty shot on the way out though, if you're lucky.
Oh God. Oh.
I know what your problem is with anytime you bring up John Landis and then you want to go into talk about Into the Night, all anybody can talk about, can't get a word in edgewise, Kentucky Fried Movie.
That's the original Amazon Women on the Moon.
Moon, yes.
Yeah.
I showed someone that movie the other day and they were like, what the fuck?
Which one? The Kentucky Fried Movie or the Amazon?
Kentucky Fried Movie, yes. I said you gotta watch this shit.
If you think about it, it's very influential, you know what I mean? And I think it's funny when you see the progression of how if it wasn't for that, there would be no if it wasn't for like network, you wouldn't have those things. But then if it wasn't for Putney Swope, you wouldn't have a network, and it's funny to see how if you look, it almost reminds me of music, like looking at what music morphed into what music. You know what I mean? Like you see these comedy from, and now we take for granted a lot of the stuff that went on in those movies.
Well, I mean, we don't do anything new. We just keep regurgitating the same old things, except no one you can't make anything even resembling what the old stuff was, because a lot of the people making this stuff, they have no idea why that worked. They really don't. What was a Scorsese film that makes me, when you say Into the Night, it makes me think of this?
I know it's in Manhattan.
Up All Night.
No, it's got Griffin Dunn. It's and what's her name? Because it's in one night and
After Hours.
After Hours. That's it. Yeah. It have what's her name? Hosanna Arquette.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's almost like a West Coast version of After Hour, but it's violent though. Into the Night.
Griffin Dunn is in that.
Yeah.
So bringing it back to the whole American Werewolf.
Yeah, but Into the Night have like action and violence in a way that, like, let's say
the cover wouldn't make you think it's going to be as intense as it can get, though.
You're talking about Into the Night?
The cover is just like, it's a stopwatch, and the girl, the woman's hand picking.
You're talking about After Hours.
After Hours, yeah. You wouldn't think it's going to be.
It's fucking great. That's a little gem. That's one of those ones that you wouldn't even guess that it's a Scorsese movie. If you just watch that.
Yeah, Kentucky Fried Movie has the whole. Everybody always remembers the satire of Enter the Dragon and his gratitude.
Yeah, they say some things. They say some things in there that I can't even repeat. When the white guy is like, I don't even want to say it because I'm gonna get in trouble.
Yeah, you can't do that.
No.
We're talking about Fried Movie.
Kentucky Fried Movie. Yeah. Oh my God, that's so
good. And then there's the Groove Troop. Wasn't the Groove Troop kind of something like that, Joe?
I remember when I first moved here. Remember, not Kentucky Fried Movie, but do you remember what's the one with Batty?
That's Hollywood Shuffle. No, Hollywood Shuffle.
My brother, he was killed today.
Yeah, he was my only brother.
I met the dude who wears the shoes with the goldfish in them. Remember the pimp?
That's Antonio Fargas. Fargas.
Right.
That's a Huggy Bear.
Somewhere I have a picture with him.
I have a picture with Huggy Bear too.
We're gonna have to find that in front.
I saw him at a conference, a conference of blaxploitation brothers, like doing a panel discussion. And they had like all the greats. They had the guy who played Goldie. They had Max Julian. They had what's the guy who played Pretty Choney and fucking in the Mac? I can't remember.
Did they have Bernie Mac there? Or did Bernie Mac show up?
No, Bernie Mac was
Roundtree and like
They didn't have. They didn't have.
I don't mean Bernie Mac. I meant come on, he played Mac in Predator.
The guy from the Mac.
Yeah, exactly. I said he was there. Max Julian, he was there. Yeah.
Max Julian? He was the Mac in Predator. No, Mac.
Yeah, no, he wasn't there.
And he also played the like black nationalist dude in Car Wash.
In Car Wash. Yeah, that's Bill Duke, but he wasn't there. He wasn't there. This was strictly like guys who was in those fucking
Karyn, did you ever meet Anne Marie Johnson?
Anne Marie,
who was on In Living Color for a minute?
Yes,
I didn't realize that she was in Robot Jocks, which I was watching the other day. And I'm like, why do I recognize that woman from? And then I'm like, oh right, she's I'm gonna get you, sucker.
I remember. I think I met her. I know exactly who you're talking about. Yes,
because she plays the girl where they get back to the room and Keenen Ivory Wayans has the jacket with all the medals. She's like, well,
right.
He's like, well, it's not really this is for surfing.
Yeah, this is for typewriting.
Yeah, and so she's like, well, that's okay, because I kind of lied a little bit too. Takes her wig off, pops her boobs out, the ass, her legs.
And this ass.
I'm trying to show a picture of her, but it's hard because this picture isn't so good.
That's one of the fun. That movie, period. Oh, and guess what?
You guys have all seen everything.
Hey, I don't know none of that kung fu. Me neither.
Yeah.
Want to fake it?
But Hey, and speaking of the idol of Jack Spade is Slade, who is played by who? Bohemian Casey from Dr. Black and Mr. Hyde.
And Mr. Hyde.
Okay, well, so wait, listen. Now that you bring it up, then Renato, we may as well get everybody. So I want to make sure everybody knows exactly what we're talking about here, because if they've not seen it, they need to know exactly what's Dr. Black.
Boy. Oh boy.
Oh, caralho.
This is what happens when Hanach is out drinking way too late. Too many caipirinhas.
Yeah.
Caipirinhas.
This can happen.
He wakes up the next day all dehydrated, needs lotion.
I need lotion. I'm ashy. Okay, you guys ain't gonna believe. Oh, you ain't gonna believe
fact that they want to do a black Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. So it's like, well, what would happen if a black man turned into a monster? Well, he'd be ashy, of course. Right?
I'll tell you. I'll tell you what.
Awful.
I'll tell you what. That would be more chasteful than what is going on here. And let me to tell you, my brother. Okay, so
there is a kind
let's
of
take down. Let's take down the graphic now, you guys. I think they've seen enough. Okay, so what we're dealing with here, first of all, is this is a movie. This don't belong in the horror genre. This belong with This belong with Malcolm X. This belong with Do the High Thing.
For us now.
What's the one about from in Birmingham? Selma. Okay. This is the spook who sat by the door. No. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So let me to fucking explain you something here. Let me get down my Zard. I was just squared away for this. Okay. So first of all, it's apparent that they only called it Dr. Black and Mr. Hyde, just so you know that it's like a Mr. Hyde fucking hip off. But in the movie, his name is Dr. Pride, okay? Of course, the black guy is Dr. Pride. And he's a very well-to-do black, like what you would aspire to, like black excellence, porra, okay?
Right. Black excellence.
Dr. Pride, okay? Dr. Henry Pride. Now, when you see it in the beginning, he's giving like a B12 shot to a fucking hooker who has her titties is out, okay? And they having a conversation where he's like, hey, you really got to stop this hooking or whatever, like you need to, you're a beautiful girl, you should do something. And she's like, oh shit, you gonna tell me about her from you highfalutin, you act white, that white coat suits you act white, you talk white, blah, blah, blah. And then she goes to this whole tirade and he goes like this, he goes, nigga, please. It's one of these. Okay, so then, mind you, in his doctor's office, okay, think about this. In his doctor's office, instead of like some inspirational poem or a thing of a diagram, he's got a painting of Donny Hathaway and a fucking large, huge photograph of Han O'Neill from Superfly in the doctor's office. Anyway, come to find out, and the problem she's coming in there, she have a hepatitis, okay? Let me skip forward a little bit. We come to find out that he's working on a miracle cure for cirrhosis of the liver, okay? Now, the reason why he's got to do this is because his poor mama died from cirrhosis of the liver, okay? And also that hooker happened to have cirrhosis to the liver. Okay, so he's trying.
A lot of drinking in this movie.
Exact. Now you come to find out though. You start to see. Oh no, I see what's going on here. Well, you're not gonna get to that yet. So now you have this woman who come in and he give the cirrhosis to a lab hat. He give the serum, Yeah. And then the fucking lab hat is turned white into a white hat, and then the other hats that's in there, they start to be afraid of him, okay? Then somehow he goes to check something, he comes back, and all the other hats is like eviscerated, murdered by the white hat. And he's like, the pigmentation is gone and the violent something such or whatever. He's like, caralho. And he's like, something is wrong with the chemistry.
What that's a metaphor for.
Yeah, wait, then he goes, something's wrong with the chemistry. The chemistry's off or whatever. And then he have this wife that's like the worst actress, she's like come back to bed, honey. Or he's like, I gotta figure out the serum, the calculations or whatever, Anyway, so then he tries to inject. Long story. He tried to inject it into this fucking like homeless bitch that come in who has cirrhosis of the liver, and then she turned into a thing and tried to choke out the fucking woman. She turned pale white trying to choke. Anyway, then he's just at his wit's end. He's like, I need a live subject that's not almost gonna die, whatever. He's like, I don't know what to do. Then he goes and he gives himself the serum, okay? Then you have Bernie Casey, the strong ex-football player, like big, strong, strapping black.
Almost made it to the Olympics.
He's no joke. Yeah. No joke. This guy, he's in the home and he's going through conniption while he's changing. It's almost more. It almost is more disturbing than it's almost more realistic than the transformation of American Werewolf in London, where he go like this. Anyway, but the fucked up thing is now he sound and look like a woman having an orgasm. He starts going like this. Like, and he's going through this and he's like, what the fuck? Okay. Then they go, of course, he's going through the sweats and he's doing this. Then he come up like this and he look pale white, as pale as you can be. But he have like a salt and pepper afro.
Yes.
Okay. Now, come to remember when the hooker in the beginning had told him, if you ever want to look for me, because she's flirting with him a lot. She go, if you ever looking for, some action, whatever, you come to the Moonlight Lounge or whatever. So this place is in like Watts or whatever, it's like in the black area or whatever.
Right.
This movie is great for classic LA. It really is. Like
it's like a Tarantino movie. I mean, it's like Jackie Brown. It is one
at Watts Tower and everything, right?
So okay. So now so now he's in his Rolls-Royce. Remember, he's a very rich doctor who live in the white area now. You know what I'm saying? He's well-to-do. Okay, now he's going into the, but he's hip though. He grew up he come from the street.
Right.
But he's as the hide or whatever, He's have the salt and pepper afro and he's a white face and stuff. He get out the fucking car and of course there's some ne'er-do-well Saul brothers, okay, on the corner, talking shit, whatever. And they go and it's the typical stuff like, oh, Jack, who this supposed to be or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, it ain't Halloween, that kind of stuff. And he comes out and he's like, and he just sounds, he doesn't even put on any voice. He goes, say, where's the Moonlight Lounge or whatever. He doesn't even bother to put on like a character or whatever. Okay. And then they go, and then you start to realize, because what the black guys is saying, what we supposed to be seeing. They go, this Peckerwood wouldn't know about the midnight lounge. He's supposed to have turned into a white guy.
White man, yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
We're supposed to actually believe that Bernie Casey, through the magic of film makeup, that this wasn't just a black guy who looked ashy. We're supposed to believe that everybody in the world see him. He's a Caucasian man.
A white guy.
And he's got like up green eyes or something too, or
they look like albino eyes or whatever. So he goes like this. He goes, "Tell me where's the whatever," And then he go, "Oh, you dig this? He want to get some coontang. This white brother want to get some coon." And then he goes, "Look, stop jiving or whatever. I want to go down the Moonlight Line." And they go, "Listen, you ain't talk to me like." And then the guy tries to take a swing at him, punches him a couple times. No effect on that. He's like Solomon Grundy, okay? And then, and then what happened is, instead of just being like Frankenstein monster and go or whatever, this must have been Bernie Casey's ego and his arrogance or whatever. He's doing like heel martial arts, okay?
Yes.
So he's like getting in a stance and he's like, like doing like karate. And there's a part where he hits the guy, he goes like that, and you're like, what the fuck? And then he like kicks a guy through a window and he goes like a Bruce Lee kind of thing. I go, okay, isn't this the scene where one of the ne'er-do-wells starts doing karate back at him and is literally no, that's later. No, that's Silky. That's Silky the pimp when he's trying to. Silky the pimp later on is trying to protect one of his white bitch because she's coveted, and so he tried to snatch her, and that's when he tried to use Kahari. But we're putting the horse before the cart, okay? Okay. Oh fuck! There's so much. I mean, I'm so excited. There's so much to share with you guys here.
There's a lot.
Let me to cut forward here. Okay, he saw. Okay. Okay.
What did you get yourself into?
No, okay. How can I say this? So then we find out. Let's say he hunts a mock. He beats the shit out of some pimps and he fucks up this black bar.
Because he is a scientist who developed a formula to regenerate dying liver cells. It accidentally turns him into an albino vampire with a taste for prostitutes, almost specifically.
Oh, and then we find out there's a good reason.
It's a cross between the abominable snowman and Willie the werewolf.
Yeah, exact. Yeah, exactly.
Willie the werewolf?
Yeah, Willie the werewolf. So listen. Then we find out more about his mother. And it's a sad story, okay? Where we find out because he tells this monologue to the hooker when he take her up in the Rolls Royce, okay? And he tried to force her to take the serum because he's trying to save everybody's life, but he's willing to kill people to see if the cirrhosis, the liver thing, gonna help. And oh, by the way, everybody in this movie happened to have a liver problem.
I was just gonna say everybody
he come across.
Yellow eyes.
The bitch have hepatitis. No, I'm serious. The bitch had hepatitis. The other one have this, that, the other thing. It's all liver problems. He's lucky because everybody he come in contact. Okay, so he take her to this mansion and he showed her. He goes, you know, my mother used, and it's this like teary-eyed. It's like Brian's song all of a sudden, and he's like a teary-eyed monologue about how he's
Bernie Casey.
Oh shit! No, Billy D. William.
No, Bernie Casey was also in Brian's song.
Oh, was he? Okay, I can't even remember. So now he's telling this woman, this hooker, about how his mother worked her fingers to the bone, working as a maid at this place that ended up being, it was a high class whorehouse, okay? And she worked her fingers to the bone being a maid, and then at night she would take care of the girls. But this lifestyle was so much on her that she drank herself. She was so depressed and so lonely. She drank herself silly, and she drank herself to cirrhosis to the liver. And he said, you know, those dirty bitches, prostitute didn't help her and let her die. So when he became Dr. Black or Hyde or whatever, he's killed these hookers, and then these two detectives then get on the case, and it become a procedural. Okay, so then you're dealing with a lot of dynamic. You got social unrest. Black power, you have all kinds of stuffs going on here. But let me tell you something. You start to realize that he's trying to, the whole movie, he's trying to save the black community from cirrhosis of the liver. But in the meantime, he's trying to take them to the lifestyle out of the ghetto. He's trying to take this hooker to his white neighborhood. And then when he's turned himself into a white man to try to save them, he only end up killing the black people. And he have a salt and pepper afro. But then at the end, it become like King Kong. He's got the woman that he's gonna inject with the stuff. Okay, he's hunting from the guy, and instead of Empire State Building, he's gonna be the Watchtower. Okay. Now the most ridiculous fucking part of all the shit I just told you, and you're not gonna fucking believe this. You're not gonna fucking believe this. They finally caught up with him, and he's like trying to figure out which way to go, you know, and now all of a sudden he's acting like the abdominal soul man or whatever, okay? And he's going like instead of going like, I'm just Bernie Casey, you know what I mean?
Right, I mean he's a doctor, but all of a sudden now he's reduced to just grunts and
he should have been like that the whole movie when he's Hyde or when he's whatever the doctor fucking whatever the fuck he is. But Pride, black, and then white. But anyway, so he's there. He's in front of the Watchtower. Now, if you remember, the Watchtower have a significance because it was like a cultural center, and it was done by this black artist, and it was supposed to be like something to uplift the people of that after the riots, and it was supposed to be like something that was special, almost like a 9/11 memorial, something like that. And there's all these like beautiful mosaic and pro black bohemian arch kind of stuff's going on there.
Like you said, mosaic, like tile mosaics and like
okay, so check this out.
Things, right?
They got the drop on this fucking guy, okay? Because he's got the woman like here, and they're about to shoot him. They got all the cops, SWAT, everything. They got him finally, but they can't shoot. Why? Not because the girl, but because of this, okay? The cops have so much reverence for the fucking what that mosaic child and all that stuff represent, that the black cop goes, wait a second, we can't shoot. He goes, it'd be like firing on the Lincoln Memorial.
Okay.
So in the same way that you can't fire when someone have a hostage, like he has to tell the guy, like, wait, no, not yet. You know, like wait till he gets from out front of the watch, like the fucking archwork or whatever, the Afrocentric arch. Then
so he starts climbing.
Because of that, that's how he goes, man, chucks the bitch out the fucking way, goes and he starts climbing, nah, carajo. And then it's just cheap. And it's cheap because, you know, originally in the movie, I didn't show this part, but like at a liquor store or some shit, a guy tries to shoot him so many times. Of course,
it does nothing
to him.
He shoots twice, and then they just keep adding more Foley of gunshots that aren't being shot, and then he just he grabs him and throws him into a pile of fruit boxes.
Oh, fruit! Fruit and box. Yeah,
but they're not. It's not even a big one. You can say that. Well, we got like 5 or 6 of them. We'll just lay them on the floor here. So he just runs them into a bunch of bananas and shit.
Yeah, produce. So he then, of course, though, when he's on the Champion Watch Tower, then finally it's like, okay, open fire, and he's like, and it's supposed to be kind of tragic or whatever, and then he just fall down and die, and then he like his lady come and say like, I love you or whatever, and he just don't say shit. He go like this. I thought he was gonna say something poetic to her, like, at least we saved some good hook, you know, some hose from cirrhosis of the liver. And he just, instead, she says this whole thing to him, and he goes like this. He goes, I'm sorry. He goes like that, but it's just blood. It's just cheap, you know, 70s blood, like head paint. It just goes like this. And then the credits haul up like that, cara. And you go, oh, Dr. Black and Mr. Hyde, huh? Oh, cara.
Were they suffering from
cirrhosis of the liver?
I smell a sequel.
Hey, which do you think which is a more impactful movie? This or Devil's Express?
Oh, fuck.
Who's in Devil's Express?
See, the thing about Devil's Express...
Tanzania, Warhawk, Tanzania.
It's another one we watched for the... No, that was for Oscar night. We did the reverse Oscars where we wasn't gonna watch the Oscars. We just did our own Oscars of like those kind of movies. Okay,
but yeah, we told you. Okay, yeah.
So listen, let me tell you something. The message of this and what it says about the social ills that is plagued the black ghetto and alcoholism and the so-called Native American and the so-called white man. There was a lot that was very poignant, and I think that the young brothers these days don't have films like that to kind of give them knowledge of South Carolina.
Okay, so Dr. Black and Mr. Hyde is.
You got to at least watch the trailer because it seems like they cut the trailer up, put it together, and then they had some dude go write some raps over, like just start writing poetry over this shit.
Like Muhammad Ali type poetry. Yeah.
But whatever's going on the trailer, he's just illustrating that. So Dr. Black is beating the shit out of all these guys in the bar. He's like, when the boys go rushing, Mr. Hyde starts crushing. As the crowd's rushing, as the blood comes gushing. And you're like, what? Right, exactly. And then it's like, jump back, Jack, before your skull is cracked. And then the dude's doing fake karate at him, not touching him at all, missing him with every fucking strike, and they're getting
that's Silky. Yeah.
And then he chases a guy down with his Rolls Royce, and he like hits him, he blasts him first, hits him back against the wall, and then the guy pulls a switchblade like he's gonna.
That's what I was just about to say. before Silky gets killed, he's got nothing left. In fact, I can relate to this because what the fuck are you gonna do? It's the last stand. It's like in Saving Private Ryan when what's his name? What's the guy's name who was in fuck the guy who's like in True Romance and stuff, and he has drinking problem in real life. No, he's not in Saving Private Ryan, huh?
No.
Anyway, when he's sitting there, he's about to die, and he starts shooting. He starts shooting at a tank, because that's all he got left. He got like a handgun, and he shoot. The fucking guy who's like he'll probably he can't work in Hollywood.
What part is he in True Romance?
He's the cop with fucking Chris Penn.
Oh, Tom Sizemore.
Tom Sizemore.
You remember he's like dying, and he's like shooting at the tank with like a pistol. It's like that. It's like you're gonna do whatever you can. So the whole voice is backing up to just crush him, and then he's like bleeding. He go like this, and he like tries to like as the fucking whole voice comes, he's like,
I'm gonna pierce your radiator. I'm gonna make it so your car overheats.
You might as well. I mean, why not?
Might as well. I mean, his kung fu was not as good as his last sandwich.
And do you have one movie that maybe is cheesy or maybe is just nostalgic for you, or one that you think could be fun?
I'll tell you one. I'll tell you one. The one that I'm not finished talking about.
Sorry, I didn't know. Sorry.
I'm kidding. But there's a white.
I didn't know there was a reason for anybody to watch it. Now
there's a white pimp in there that is worth the price of admission. I didn't have time to talk about everything that's wonderful about this movie. But there's a white pimp in there, and I can't remember his name, but it's one of the funniest fucking thing. At the Moonlight fucking lounge, and this white pimp is at odds with Silky the pimp, and Silky is strung out on heroin, and the white pimp sells him the heroin, so he owes him, like, they're trading for like one of his bottom bit. There's a whole dynamic, a B storyline between these pimp. Frankly, it have a lot more on its face. It just looked like your average black Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde movie, but there's a lot more under the surface. But anyway, go ahead, because I don't want to step on you guys.
Well, Bernie Casey, Cleopatra Jones, some more blaxploitation. But same year he does Dr. Black and Mr. Hyde, the man who fell to earth. Then he follows that up with Sharky's Machine. That's a winner. Never Say Never Again. He plays Felix. Spies Like Us. He was in Spies Like Us.
Spies Like Us. That was tough.
And Revenge of the Nerds. He's the head of the Delta.
That's you. Right? You and Jefferson. He's the head of Lambda. Lambda. That's right. Tri-Lambda. He goes, hold it, coach. Hold it right there.
Also, we got to talk about Steel Justice, which was is a action flick starring.
Dudikoff.
No, it was starring the Cobra Kai instructor.
Oh, your boy Martin Cove. Wow.
Steel Justice.
I watched that. I rented that a bunch of times because it had Martin Cove on it with a shotgun and a 40. Like ex-military guy. Yeah.
He's in a lot of shitty movies.
He's got this thing's called the Manville gas gun. It's also used in the movie Dogs of War with
Christopher Walken.
That's a really good movie though. Dogs of War is legit.
Wait, what was this one called?
Steel Justice. STEELE. And so he's got the gas gun, so it's this giant grenade launcher thing's blowing up bad guys left and right. I love the shit out of it. And there's a scene where he's poisoned or bit by a snake or something crazy, and he cuts himself and then sucks out the blood at a buffet and then uses like the chafing disc to
cauterize.
Yes.
Look at, by the way,
John. Oh no, he uses a frying pan.
Josh, I need you on my trivia team.
Yeah,
you do.
I hope your trivia is shitty movies.
Slay. We should go to a bar, because the fact that I remember Tom Sizemore out of nowhere too, I was like,
that helped me, because that was gonna kill me. I wouldn't have been able to concentrate, because it's one of those names I know, but it's just a brain fart.
Everybody knows it. But yeah, that movie Steel Justice has Martin Cove, Celia Ward, who is quite good. I like Celia Ward very much. She's the wife in The Fugitive. If you remember, people, Harrison Ford, where the one-armed man and everything. Celia Ward, and
I didn't kill my wife.
Sisters, right? Ronnie Cox.
Honey.
Bernie Casey.
Bernie
Joe
Casey.
Campanella, Sun Teko. Yeah. Okay.
Sun Yi. Wait. You ever see the movie Bernie Case? It's like a remake of Get Carter. It's called Hitman.
No, I did not see that.
You have to fucking see that. It's just a black version of Get Carter, or like that Payback, with fucking.
Well, that's all. That movie, Payback, is
it's what Get Carter was based on. The books.
Not Get Carter is different. Get Carter,
but it's based on the. Oh no, Point. The movie you mentioned earlier. That's the word.
Based on the Donald Westlake books. Yes.
Yeah. So it's
and all that stuff.
So this one is the Get Carter hip hop though. Where his brother gets killed and he got to go back home and all that stuff, which is kind of why they used him for. That's the same plot as fucking I'm Gonna Get You Sucker. But at the end,
is a brutal movie, by the way.
Oh yeah, and so is Hitman.
Oh well, Michael Caine. His nephew gets the shit kicked out of him. He goes, here's $5. Go take some karate lessons. Or he busted the wrong guy's house. Yeah. He busted the wrong guy's house.
Far too kind.
Yeah, Michael Caine. He busted into the wrong guy's house, and he goes,
here's $5.
Yeah, sit down. Right. You're a big man, but you're out of shape. Me, I do this for a living. It's just like
he's one of the best. But imagine Bernie Case doing those stuffs, okay? And at the end, I bet you, your boy
just sullen and just straight faced.
Yeah, pretty much. Except for at the end when I bet you Michael Caine never said this in the original. He's about to kill like the guy that sold him down the river, the fat black guy who I think is also the bartender in fucking Dr. Black and Mr. Hyde, but that's beside the point. He gives him a chance to get away, but he's never gonna let him go. And he's got a shotgun, and they like on the top of something, almost like the end of Dark Man. It's like some kind of like oil refiner or whatever the fuck it is. And then the guy, he goes, "Hun," and the guy doesn't want to do it, and he goes, "Hun, Uncle Remus." And then the guy, he goes, "Hun, you fat greasy nigga." the guy starts hunting. Yeah, he goes, "Hun, Uncle Remus. Hun, you fat greedy nigga."
What?
And then the guy starts hunting, and he just shoot him in the back with a shotgun. But the way he says it, it should have won an Oscar. He go, "Hun, Uncle Remus. Hun, you fat greasy, I mean, what a
Uncle Remus, huh?
He goes, "Hun, Uncle Remus. Hun, you fat greasy nigga."
There's no.
I like that kind of. I don't know about you.
Not dramatic in any way.
I don't know about you guys, but I like that kind of stuff. See, that got you all hot and bothered. You like, fuck, Bernie Case.
I don't know what to say about that.
I do. That's a tour de force.
It's a tour de force.
That's what I want to see in my movies when I see them.
What? Okay, here's a. I would bring up Sleepaway Camp, which I think people should watch, but no.
God, I haven't seen that.
It's a bit too well known. Here's a movie by Michel Soave, Italian director, who also did a Stage Fright, Italian giallo. He did a movie called The Church, produced by Dario Argento.
Oh wow!
And he even has Asia Argento as a young girl in a role in this movie.
What year is this shit from?
1989.
Oh, okay. And so she's real young.
I have made people. According to Wikipedia, it was supposed to be originally conceived as the third installment in the Demons series, so Demons and Demons 2. But no, they turned it into this movie about a bunch of Teutonic knights at some point charge into some town that's accused of witchery and demon shit, slaughter everyone, throw them in a giant mass grave, and then bury them and then seal them in with an enormous cross. And then a giant cathedral gets built on top of it.
Of course.
They're doing work on the whole thing. Stuff happens. This new librarian shows up and he wants to investigate, and shit happens. Smoke and old farts get released from inside this thing. And now a bunch of people get possessed. And this movie just gets insane. And we're talking like dude jumps on top of a jackhammer while it's going. At some point, everyone gets trapped in there. There's like a wedding rehearsal. There's like children, all kinds of crazy stuff. People are just getting whacked left and right by supernatural powers. But I got to tell you, if you watch this movie, you couldn't get away with just a joint. You probably have to have one of those dipped in every new
wax
millennial. Shoe polish and licorice, and you know it's got Dippin' Dots on it, and you know
you have to have that.
It
sounds kind of like Demons. Like it sounds like a hip hop of Demons anyway. Because isn't there like a theater or whatever that they get trapped in, and the demons just kill them in there?
It's similar.
Instead of that, it's a church.
But this one has less.
It's crazier.
Sense. It has less sense.
Cemetery Man. That's right. That's where what's his name came from.
Rupert Everett, right?
Rupert Everett. That's what he was. Yeah.
That's a great movie. That's a lovely. And it's hard to find, by the way. Hard to find. I've been looking for it. Watched it many a time. Love it.
Karyn Bryant.
Richard is saying that Argento is too stylized and that it's too slow. So
this movie's not that slow though.
Well,
this movie is wackadoodle from start to finish, and the librarian gets possessed and then starts acting real creepy around Asia Argento and like looking at her shoes and knee-high socks and stuff, and this movie just gets whacked out. And I had a friend of mine at my house. I'm like, let's watch this. And he's like, what the fuck have you put on television? and if weird, and by the way, the whole time you're like, you watch this movie and the setup feels like, oh, this is foreshadowing, but also they want you to feel like, this was a wrongful death of this village. And then you watch the whole thing, you're like, no, those motherfuckers must have been actually satanic worshipers, and the nights were great, and watching them all get slaughtered should have told you, like, we should have done a better job or something, you know. But if you want to follow up with weird church-based horror film, there's another movie called Black Waters or Dark Waters, I think it is, and it's not the
with
one
Mark Ruffalo.
No,
I'm kidding.
No.
I'm kidding.
This thing's this weird English film from like the late 80s, early 90s, and it is weird, slow, and involves like satanic nuns.
What I want to address something that young man said about I don't know how young the man is.
Argento?
Yeah, and I understand what you're saying. If you're gonna compare that to I don't know, a horror movie these days that is new and scares the shit out of you, you can't compare it to that. It's almost like you're watching this movie. It's like, okay, if you go, he said it's like kind of slow and boring or whatever. Yeah. But it's like saying, okay, so let's say you go to Italy, okay? And then you go with your significant other, whatever you're doing. You walk around the fucking water streets and you look at these old church or whatever. You wouldn't normally do that in America. That would be boring if you walk around and look at the architecture and look at churches and stuff. But seeing as how you're in Italy, you're looking at something from a long time ago. You're soaking in something that you're not familiar with. You're getting a taste of a different culture, something from a long time ago, something that is just not of what you're used to, and you're getting an understanding of shit in a perspective that you never had before. When you watch a movie like that, you're not watching it to go, okay, time to be scared or whatever. You're like, what is this movie and this Italian perspective from the 70s that's surreal, and it may be slow, but look at the shots and look at the think of it in a different way. Don't compare it to, well, this not as scary as The Conjuring or whatever the fuck it is.
I agree with you, and I would like to add to that. And also, people don't really watch movies anymore. They're just something they just go, okay, turn the movie on. Okay, now the movie does stuff, and I'm gonna observe it instead of, play on my phone and do everything. People don't really watch. Yeah, they don't really watch movies. They expect movies to entertain them instead of sit down, plop your butt, and set yourself, go, okay, I'm going to just I know I have all these weird expectations, especially looking at cover art like we talked about. I'm just going to sit and let the movie show me what it is and just be in it. Let it happen. And by allowing this movie to, in any way that it can, submerge you in the experience, all of a sudden it becomes something that is not just about a bunch of stuff flashing around trying to get your attention. You get to partake in the story and try to let it take you with it. Even when it's absurd and hilarious, it becomes hilarious, especially because those movies that we'll talk about are often incredibly sincere about what they're trying to do. And that sincerity is why it rings in such a way that either might bring laughs unintentionally, or why you could say what you want about it, but ultimately you develop affinity for this movie.
Well, and I will say the sincerity and the reality of, do you guys remember Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
In fact, when I met, Michael Rooker. When I met Michael Rooker at a party, and I was like, dude.
That
and
movie
Henry,
was like a documentary.
Serial killer. He looked at me and he went, "Oh shit, okay, we're going to talk about movies like that." And, I brought up a bunch of other old stuff that he had done that I was a big fan. I got to meet Jim Brown from Jim Brown and Fred the Hammer.
Slaughter's Big Hip Hop. Oh yeah,
right.
Fred Williamson.
I met him on the set of Outlaw Johnny Black, and I went up to Fred Williamson. I go, no one's gonna ask you about this, but why don't you tell me about your time on The New Barbarians? And he just looked at me like, oh, so there was this guy Bomba. We called him Bomba because he would use way too much explosives than was ever needed for a scene, and he was lighting this up, and he was talking about all this. And I'm like, how about when you did The New Gladiators for Fulci, and at some point you're not even in the movie, and your character's got his motorcycle helmet on with the visor down. He's like,
and that's Italian too.
Yes,
that's Italian too, right? Yeah.
And so I started asking about all the B movies he did, all the crazy shit, and he thought
that's what they want to talk about. That's the shit they want to talk about. They don't want to talk about the shit everybody asks them about all the time.
Yeah, but check out The Church. And check out Dark Waters, the British horror flick.
And those movies, they take a little bit of it. You have to train your brain, because it's like, how if you haven't had a book in a while, your attention span goes down, and when you try to hit a book, your mind starts wandering, after a certain amount, and then it takes a little bit more training to kind of get your brain heating again or whatever. Watching these movies like this is like you get used to. Oh, back then they would let a fucking a master shot, and they let a guy like walk over, do some shit, like it's not just a cut, and it takes a while to get used to, like, you might look at that as, it's boring or whatever, but you get used to looking at
setting
shit.
A mood.
You're looking at it in a different way, and even in a cheap movie like or a great classic like Dr. Black and Mr. Hyde, there was some stuff that, frankly, in the beginning before he injected himself, there was some shit that was boring, and it was based on the fact that they didn't have a lot of money, and there wasn't a lot of money for let's get into these close-ups and let's do the touche and all this shit. So sometimes there was some long and boring shit, but then my mind would wander into, God, I wonder what happened here, and what was that? Like I'm thinking about the time that it was made, and what your mind starts wondering about different stuffs, and it's an experience. Like your imagination starts going, and I have so much fun with these movies.
Yeah, everybody thinks a doctor's office is just filled full of beakers full of multicolored liquids bubbling for no reason.
Yeah, but you have a poster of Donny Hathaway and fucking Han O'Neill, and you start to laugh about certain shit that is a far gone era that will never exist again. And you're looking at a time capsule. Yeah. That you're looking at, these guys made this shitty movie about pimps and a white Dr. I mean, to me, it's like, what that's boring to you?
Well, and think of it now, like if Rocky Horror Picture Show came out now, which is so great and so fun to watch. And, it's like a cult classic, obviously, but they can't really make a movie like that now. Like that wouldn't, nobody would finance that thing. And it's so goofy and weird. But when you look back at it, it's Susan Sarandon. It's got Tim.
Who could be Tim Curry?
Tim Curry, exactly.
He's kind of irreplaceable.
It's great. Meatloaf, may he rest in peace.
Meatloaf.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
so
Tim Curry, may he rest in peace as well, right?
I mean, Tim Curry is you forget how many
really
things.
Fun. It's not really
The
Halloween,
sun is my destroyer.
Yeah.
Wait, what's that from?
The Legend.
But shit, that's right. See,
because he's got the prosthetic teeth in. The sun is my destroyer. Yeah,
I forgot he's the fucking demon thing in the fucking
Prince of Darkness. Legend.
In Legend. You remember Legend with Tom Cruise and Mia Sara? He's the devil. He's the bad guy. Jim Curry. It looked like the devil. He had those two big ones.
Oh yeah, right. With the like
Jim Curry is that guy. Yeah, you can't even recognize him.
He was always great. Yeah.
Yeah, in Clue. He's in Clue.
Yeah,
he's in. Yeah, he's it. He's Pennywise in it. Caralho.
Oh,
you know.
Is he?
In the original,
the TV,
the original, the 80s one, he's Pennywise.
Oh wow.
He's fucking
Do you guys remember
terrifying.
like watching Salem's Lot? Like,
of course.
That was so creepy to me. That was so scary, and everybody.
Yeah, Salem's Lot with Starsky and Hutch.
David
Soul. But the vampire looked like Nosferatu. That's why it was so fucking scary.
Yeah.
And he comes in through the window that time and kind of like flies.
Oh, at the kid's room. Oh.
How about the doctor's office when the guy starts, or the guy or the girl starts turning in the doctor's office?
I'm not remembering. I remember a truck, a delivery truck or something. I
remember the cross on the head, and it's just doing that.
Yeah, I haven't seen that in its entirety since I was a kid. So I have these flashes of the movie. I need to rewatch that one.
Yeah. Hey, a good movie for vampire stuffs, as Hanach might say, Fright Night with.
It's funny. I was just thinking of Fright Night. Yeah, that's a great movie, and it has it's scary but also funny. That's a great one.
So kind of like the American Werewolf in London element, where it's really of its era with this '80s aesthetic, but also just such an '80s light-heartedness that has a darkness to it.
But then heel scary, funny enough, we was talking about earlier. It's all come around. We was talking about Dog Day Afternoon. The boyfriend that wants to get the transsexual shit. Yeah. He's fucking vampire in Fright Night.
Oh, who's also the main bad guy, the prince in Princess Bride.
Yes.
Really?
What is his
name? That's the boyfriend in fucking.
What is his name with the curly brown hair?
I forgot. But he kind of looks like Eddie Bauer. I mean, something Bauer.
I'll find him from
not Eddie Bauer. Yeah. What's the Bauer from fucking Scarface who played Manolo?
Yeah.
Richard Bauer? No, Stephen Bauer. That's it.
Stephen.
He kind of has that look. He kind of has a look like they would go for the same part.
This guy's name is Michael. Is this the guy from Fight Night? Michael something. I think.
I can't remember, but remember his mom want to fuck the guy or whatever. But also you have the vampire killer from the TV show, and he tried to. That's a genius.
That guy's name, the
Hottie McDowell.
Michael. Fuck.
Where is it?
Michael something.
Wait.
Michael Nuri. Michael Nuri.
Wait, I don't know. Wait,
I can't fucking remember.
I need to see. He's not one of the main. Okay, hold on.
So get Dog. No. In Fright Night, he's the main. He's the main bad guy. He's gonna be like the second lead. And the girlfriend is played by the fucking chick from the annoying neighbor from Married with Children.
They don't even like. Oh, yeah, Chris Sarandon, Prince Humperdinck.
There you go, Chris Sarandon.
Chris Sarandon.
Yeah.
No relation, I don't think.
Roddy McDowell. I remember when Stephen Godfrey's the friend gets turned into the vampire. He was
Eddie, whatever he gets turned to, like evil Ed or whatever. Yeah, Brewster,
His first wife was Susan Sarandon.
Oh, that's why her fucking name is Sarandon.
Her name is Susan Sarandon. She was married to this guy.
She's married to the gay guy from fucking Dog Day Afternoon.
And she didn't change her name back after. Interesting.
Man, yeah, that was Fright Night. Well worth watching.
Love that movie. I fucked the remake.
No, the remake was awful.
I caught a little bit on cable. I was like,
1985. Yeah, right. So it's Chris Sarandon, William Ragsdale.
Yeah, the kid from wasn't the kid from Who's the main kid? You know what the kid is? The kid from Herman's Head or whatever, isn't it?
Herman's Head.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
That was that TV show.
William Ragsdale is the one.
You remember Herman's Head? It was like
yeah, totally.
Yeah.
The four different emotions or whatever.
Yeah. And then they kind of stole it for that Pixar movie where it's about like the emotions. What's that shit called? Inside Out. Yeah.
Inside Out. Yeah.
Well, we have delivered, and then some. And then on the heavy metal side of things, Halloween. I always listen to King Diamond's Halloween.
Nice.
Halloween, you are my boy.
Hold on. Yeah. Hold that thought, okay?
Oh my God, no, Renato, not again.
Goat Whore from Louisiana just released a new album, Angels Hung from the Arches of Heaven.
Right, okay.
Very much Halloween material with things like Born of Satan's Flesh, The Bestowal of Abomination, Ruinous Liturgy, The Devil's Warlords, and other songs like Voracious Blood Fixation.
Remind me again, what was the first one you mentioned
Halloween,
that you liked?
Halloween by King Diamond.
Oh, caralho.
Oh, yes, the King. Halloween, you are my bride. And then, of course, you go with the Merciful Fate. Go with the Merciful Fate,
That has the King Diamond and is still in the box.
Come into my coven. Become Lucifer's child. And then you can move on to King Diamond. And then you've got Them off of you've got the album Them, which is a whole concept album about grandma comes back from the sanitarium. And they're like, how was, and Chrissy starts talking about, with them by my side, I was basically never lonely. Like, who's them? And then as it starts going down the path of possession and all this kind of stuff, there's The Invisible Guest. That's another song on there. But everybody knows Grandma. Grandma, welcome home. You've been gone for far too long.
That's against God. That's against my God.
And Abigail, the second King Diamond album about a house that gets inherited by the relatives, but as it turns out, the witch that was burned there is still alive.
So you're promoting witchcraft? That's against God, porra. That's not.
Pretty much.
That's not in keeping with a Christian fellowship. That's not in keeping with the scripture.
We're just celebrating Samhain.
Are you flowing from the survival scroll?
Listen,
you're gonna be kissing my Blarney Stone.
we can let you go, Renato. We'll let him go, and then afterwards we'll do a quick little recap of Makhachev's win.
God, I don't even know if I have the bandwidth to talk about that. No, okay, we can talk.
I promised all kinds of stuff on the show, and I knew we were going to do such a deep dive on the movies.
But they're so lucky. I mean, this is just a different. It's a departure from the normal.
It is different.
And you've got. But trust me. Listen to these Merciful Fate albums, the King Diamond stuff. At the very least, them and Abigail. Abigail is probably the best King Diamond ever. With a whole song as the possession moves down, and it turns out that Abigail is now inside the wife and has taken over her body, who's also I believe also pregnant. Maybe not, but either way, it's just like it's got lyrics like, Abigail, I know you're in control of her brain, Abigail, and I know you're the one that's speaking through her, Abigail. Oh, Miriam, can you hear me? I am alive inside your wife. Miriam's dead. Yeah, so.
And that's funky. That's a stone groove. That's a stone groove, my man.
Yeah. I'm sure the people, you ought to be reborn when you're dead. Abigail, yeah.
Well, I'm sure our fans is gonna hunt out Chihuahua hackers and pick that one up pretty soon. They're gonna hide out and grab Abigail
on vinyl on 45.
or cassette.
On 33 full LP. Did any questions for the War Master tonight, or are they sick and tired of me?
Oh man, I doubt they sick and tired. Let's see.
But people are just in general saying horror movies and metal go hand in hand. Brian Blaze, you're 100% correct. Enderbound is saying this show ruled. Josh came back and talked to us about metal. You have to come back and talk to us about metal bands.
Anytime. By the way, Hanach knows a little bit about the metal.
I know a very niche window of metal, which is that early shit, the swords and sorcery and shit like that. But I have like the window is very, you know what I mean? There's a certain, but I like a certain wheelhouse. It's a sweet spot.
And I told you my Megadeth story before about Dave Mustaine and stuff like
that. That you made love to Dave Mustaine?
I did not make love to Dave Mustaine.
No. But
I gave him something he loved. I gave him a whole series of like the Green Hornet and stuff, and like he loved it. Yeah. So I have like little metal stuff. Like I have sitting over there my drumstick from Lars Ulrich from Metallica, and like I have like brushes with metal. Do you know what I mean? But like, you know.
Oh, brush. What did he brush you with?
Whatever.
With this drumstick.
With his he's German, right? Or Austrian or something? With his Schnitzengruben. He put his Schnitzengruben against you.
Oh, nobody's gonna realize that's a reference to
it's cool. It's cool.
Band is saying, Josh, you're just like him. So the Ender Band must be super cool too.
Oh, okay.
Hey, yeah, Josh. So Shiger Tark is asking, are you doing any fight commentary?
Someone wants to pay me.
It's a great answer. That's how I agree with that. Come up off that bread.
Yep.
Come up off that bread.
You could pay me in serums and prostitutes, I guess.
Oh, God, are you? I don't mind that either. But money is, is good too. Green money. I check that one.
You know, it gets you in the door at the Moonlight Serenade.
But you are training.
The Moonlight Lounge.
You guys just fought a couple weeks ago with Victor. Unfortunately, it didn't.
Oh, yeah.
It did not.
You have been training people, though. And you've been
Listen, though. Oh, real quick, not to get too serious, but I was saying after that one that I don't feel like Henry's stock went down, even though he lost. And I feel that, again, he's got so much promise that I feel like this loss will be one of those stepping stones to him becoming even like a heel dangerous individual, like even more.
Well, I always tend to say that, look, I mean, we'll go over our wins and our losses just as critically as either or, because it's necessary. And everybody loves to bask in the glory of the win, and they don't really want to, the intent or the instinct to go back and to Terry to be as viciously real and accountable and introspective on your performance when you win is not usually the same. People want to save that, when they lose, all of a sudden I gotta figure it out. But when they're winning, it's like, oh well, I'm winning, so it's all good. But but I say that if whatever it is, that is what is needed to bring us to our best version of ourselves. And if this loss is that thing that gives him whatever could be needed to be that much greater than he was that night and that much greater than he's ever been, then we'll take it. If that's the kind of suffering that we got to go through, it's going to be well worth it. Yeah. And Rafael Assunção, great fighter, great human being. Totally. We don't ever intend to lose to anybody for nothing. And we're highly critical of how we could have performed or what we knew we could have done to have made that fight our win. But nonetheless, Rafael, he won that night. He was the better fighter. He's a great fighter. He's a great guy and a hell of an athlete. And it's an honor to be able to have the opportunity for him to fight with us. That's great.
Yeah. And a wily old veteran, which you can't put a price on the things that he, the experience and the trickiness and the stuff that a younger fighter may have, all the skills and all the heart and all the everything. You just can't. I keep saying this in our past episodes. You cannot buy experience. It just you have to earn that. And I feel like I as a fan of Vic Henry, I think this is unforge the furnace that he's going to be forged in this situation, which is not fun. It's not fun to eat your vegetable, and it's not fun to take your castor oil, like in the old, in the old fucking cartoons, like Little Haskell's, but you have to take your castor oil. You have to take that one, and then you're gonna get big and strong like your Uncle Hanach. You're never gonna lose again, for.
Right, exactly. And we're just we're on this path. No matter whether it was in Japan, Russia, the UFC, it's the same. It's on the path to our greatest.
One more thing before you go. Have you ever, speaking of the Little Haskell and stuff, have you ever experimented or thought about maybe giving a Sansao like a hot fudge or like like pepper gum, like head hot gum beforehand? Like, hey, would you like a piece of gum? And he's like, or he go like this and goes snap or whatever.
I tried, but I couldn't find him most of the time. He was off hiding,
That's too bad. I think you might want to think about some of those tactics.
Yeah, I know.
Some of those tactics can work.
Consideration. I could have had I kept a little dog around to go like steal his gloves, so he couldn't.
Excellent fucking idea. Yeah. It's gonna be. It'll be like what's that Pee Wee Big Adventure when he go like this? Would you like a stick of gum? And he goes, oh, fruit. He goes, fruit, please, or whatever. And take that, and then and his mouth turned black. Anyway.
Well, listen, Josh. I'm really glad that you were able to join us again, and for
I'm sorry, I wore your host out.
No,
again.
For those who don't
worry,
know,
she do this to everybody.
We had Josh on. He was one of our early guests. He was all the way episode number 7.
I've basically
50 episodes later, you're back.
I'm either running Hanach into the ground, this time without penetration, but nonetheless, you get us going. If you go back, if you find any podcast that involves me and Hanach, it turns into an absolute shit show of insane, obscure references to practically anything you could think of, including things like freestyle music and other weird stuff. And then you can also find me abusing Karyn's considerations as an interviewer from all the way back when at one point there was even a studio and everything, or visiting my gym at the time.
That was great.
And only being practically given answers in Depeche Mode
lyrics
titles,
exactly.
and then me fixing that dude's nose, which still lives on to this day.
Oh,
the one of you fixing, for people who haven't seen it, just Google Josh Barnett fixes broken nose with 2 pens. It is one of my top videos still to this day that gets thousands of views every week because people are still like, oh my God, that's insane. Yeah.
I hope
that makes my eyes water.
I hope you use that Google money to buy that onesie.
Google money.
Well, listen, listen, for real, we should, the 3 of us get together for real, like in person, get together over some drinks or something. That'd be really fun to see you again, because we haven't seen you since the movie premiere with you and Michael Jai White. You should mention that to people. The name of the movie.
It's not out yet. Outlaw Johnny Black. I don't know where you can find it. That was
it will be. I'm sure.
I think that was just a tester, although I can't be entirely sure. But whatever Mike's up to, I believe in whatever he's doing. I'm down for any project that he's in.
If you like Black Dynamite, the movie Black Dynamite, you're gonna like this because it's like, imagine the kind of westerns that was a hound when Black Dynamite would have been a hound is what they lampooning this time. And if you know that genre, it's fucking incredible. And it's
3 the hard way.
It's like a throwback. It's like a throwback. The kind of comedy. I wouldn't say it's like Airplane, but it's like, I don't know, maybe it's like Three Amigos. I mean, it's a comedy, a Western comedy, but black exploitation Western.
It's like Blazing Saddles vibe, but it's also
meets spaghetti Western. It's fucking
spaghetti
fantastic.
Western meets the old the old movies where like somebody's beating somebody up and it's like all the sounds of the slaps or whatever, like from the old Hong Kong movies and stuff like that. Like, it's fun. It's
and Buck and the Preacher.
Yeah, it's good. It's
all
good
that
stuff.
kind of stuff. And it's just a lot of fun, and you get to see, the War Master in there,
And Cowboy Cerrone's in it too, right?
Yep.
Cowboy Cerrone is in there.
He played the character Crackshot Bob that I played in the Sizzle that we all put together and shot to get this thing.
Crackshot Bob. Yeah, but so then after that was before you shot that, before you sent me a case of your War Master whiskey or whatever.
Yeah,
which is now, which is the future.
Which is the future. I can get you some whiskey. Did you
put a couple of fucking stamps on a box and put that fucking?
Did we crack open a bottle when you were over for Neon?
We might have, but
you brought over some tasty beers. I know that.
Yeah, but those is long gone. The taste of those. I need more. Hey, listen, I'm dry, Blondie.
Gotta wet your whistle.
I'm dry, Blondie. I'm dry. No, don't drink. No. It's no good for you. But now I need the whiskey. Give to me that one. It have properties of nutmeg, earthy
cinnamon.
What else in there?
I'll have to work on
English leather,
for your cirrhosis of the liver.
Exactly.
That's also for alopecia. Or no, what's the one that turned you white? The fucking your
albino?
Boy. No, your boy fucking the.
Right. That's, I got reverse alopecia. Or what?
No, it's the one that Michael Jackson have. He's like,
right. I got what is that shit?
It's vitiligo.
Vitiligo. Yes.
You're ignorant. I got vitiligo.
I'm sorry. Every time I hear vitiligo, I just think of Uncle Ruckus. I got reverse vitiligo.
Uncle Ruckus is something fucking else.
But yes, you shall indulge in some whiskey. I will be happy to pour you some Warbringer or the War Master Edition single barrels that we put out. You can always find it at warbringerbourbon.com whenever we got the War Master Editions available. We always do a blast of the emails so you guys can get some first options, because when it goes, and however many bottles we get out of a barrel, that's it. That's all there is.
Cool. All right. Awesome.
And it's in natural sarsaparilla wood or whatever, huh?
Yes, absolutely.
Or sandalwood.
Sandalwood and Jovan Musk.
I love sandalwood. Sandalwood's a lovely scent.
Sandalwood cask. You sandalwood.
Listen, Josh, I'm sure Lily's like, really, bro? You're still talking to those two idiots?
She's excited that she can even get a side glimpse of your Uncle Hanach from wherever vantage point she's on there. Even to hear the dulcet, the timbre of my voice for her.
The timbre of his Well, I mean, it is quite soothing. They've talked about which puts people to sleep faster, Hanach's voice or chloroform. Thankfully, they're both usually used in conjunction.
They're used in concert.
They call it the Bill Cosby.
Yeah, the Cosby, like that. And then you do the voices that he do. They go, like that's what the women do when you give it to her.
And the pudding, and then
you put the chloroform, and she go like this.
It's so not funny.
And you know what? The whole time she's thinking, as long as I don't have to watch Leonard Part 6.
I saw that in the theater on Fox with my mom.
I was so interested to see it because I'm like, what's with the flying hawk people with the blades on?
Isn't he like some long yellow jacket in that?
He had waffle grenade. That fucking movie. It was. My mom and I was exhausted from watching that. We was like.
Thank God I didn't have to watch parts 1 through 5.
That was before I understood you could walk out of a movie. I was like, this movie sucks. This movie sucks. I'm gonna get my money's worth. They're not gonna steal my money. I'm not gonna walk out. I'm gonna sit and finish.
Meanwhile, life isn't too short. Like I always think about that. Like when I'm at Heaven's Gate, it'd be like you can't get the time back for the crappy stuff.
Just walk out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah. I was like, well, I can't waste the money. I gotta watch this fucking thing.
And meanwhile, Josh, that was your cue. You should have bounced right then. Just close your computer and be like, yeah, you're right. Peace out.
Well, this has been lovely as always. We will see each other in Heal Life.
Yeah.
Well, at least, and also next year, may I suggest that we combine the heavy metal and the Halloween movie and watch Trick or Treat, the one.
Or Rocktober Blood.
Well, the one that I'm talking about is with the kids.
No, I know.
Yeah, the kid.
Ozzy Osbourne in it and all that. And we can do the one with Stephen Quadros, which is called Shock 'Em Dead.
Right. Quadros. Okay.
Stephen fucking Quadros.
Yes.
Look, we're going to go on a tangent all night. 50 episodes from now, we'll have you back this time next year.
All right.
The Witching Hour.
Awesome.
Great Venom song.
Yes. Great to see you. See you later.
Okay, my brother.
Bye.